Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ninth episode of The Plight of Princes. Where last we left off, our party of misfits of varying degrees of I'm fine, I'm not fine, they all need therapy, are delving through a dungeon. Delving through this dungeon in an attempt to find the spires of Lakith, artifacts that have been left across Faerun, which seem to be siphoning away specific schools and types of magic, divination, transmutation, and so on. They're currently in a lair of demonic cultists, which seem to have found the Spire of Divination. Not exactly the best thing for cultists to have. And as they have, after one close near fall, very cautiously escaped another long hallway, evaded a room which may or may not have been a bit dodge, smell of rot and welcoming voices, might be a little sussy, found their way into another corridor, at which point the wall at the end of the corridor fell away. The party, having traveled through a hallway of pure mirror, on all sides glass, letting you see every ounce of what you could have been, what you are, what you will be, varying and varying and varying possibilities and realities. All together, some of them managed to resist this, and their minds or otherwise skills were fortified. Those who didn't fell deeper, deeper into madness. A euphoric musk lingers out, a perfumed scent, like one would expect from a gallery chamber or some other meeting place of high Victorian society. A soft, confident, and alluring voice, like a gentle hug, whispers out, "Come on in. Welcome one and all." Some of you, through some instinct deep within your psyche, and some of you, through previous experiences with other entities with similar irresistibility, managed to resist the effects of just the voice of Grast, Demon Lord of the Abyss, the Arch Tempter. Brings you all. Many of you have forms of madness currently, temporary or long-term. Others of you have now been charmed. Ooh, tea. Charmed by tea. I think that would charm half my British group right here. Half. I said half. Carl, stop shaking your head. I said half. I'm excluding you from it, bitch.
I'm disagreeing with Blue.
Ah.
Well, it would work on me.
I know. Weak.
Not disagreeing with the topic, disagreeing with the fact you're weak. Anyway.
Resist urge for tangent.
The party hears the voice pulling them in. One of the party, not truly a member, a simulacrum of a powerful wizard, having many magical shenanigans, been able to perform the shape change ability, the 9th level spell, and turn themselves into a planetar, allowing them to see through deception, through lies, through beguilement. It's probably one of the most important things the party has right now. At the end of this corridor, the door melded fell away. Within the room. Oh, so you're by the door, so this makes this wonderful. You're climbing on the ceiling. Essentially, it goes in and raises up. The ceiling does, so you're going into a wider room. Inside, the floor and pillars about it are like marble as you disregard your friends who are trying to message you through a secretive system, trying to prevent you from falling into these traps.
So are judging me for using Naruto memes.
Cringe.
As they should be. As they should. Are you of all people? Anyway.
I'm in the session, I'm present in the room.
The floor is gorgeous, polished marble. Not an ounce of dirt or dust. Even if you hear the clashing of a wine glass break, there is no wine spilt on the floor. It floats off, never making contact. Cannot stick. Perfectly clean. There are individuals walking around in full white suits with white masks, hiding any indication of the person who might have once been within. Cleaning up, tidying up, offering into these wide, draped across circular curtains that are over these wide, lavish beds. Offerings, food, any substance to alleviate, to soothe whatever they want. Whatever that desire happens to be. That's what you see on the plate. Moved in, and then the empty plate taken away, and they move out of eyesight, not out of the room, behind a pillar to you, or around a corner, or just behind a curtain, and they're gone. There is no tangibility, a immediate dispersal before they return from another side or another angle which they could not have made it from. The giggles, the laughter, the euphoria, you hear countless things, some clearly carnal, others power and desire. You see some who are not draped away, who are just sat in almost a euphoric high, but energy is crackling about them as they're suffused with power. They have a high off the feelings they have within them. Others, you can even hear from within, you can hear commotions and discussions over tables of playing card games and deciding of rules and gambling at the high of the whim. There's others who you can just see in beds, but behind curtains, things of medical issues, people having desires of seeing something else well. Those are being fulfilled. But all promises that can be done. At the very end, by an altar which is currently being cleaned of blood, you see a figure now having fully assumed the form of another entity. Legs stretched out long. Interesting, you can tell that they are long. Body is wide and tall. Form straight, gorgeous obsidian skin. But of the texture it looks, but it moves as if flesh. The head moves back, the horns crease out just slightly. The fingers long, extended with additional digit. Eyes of just delighted black. Oh, what a rush. That was good. As they hold in their hand the spire of Kith. You see at the corner of the bed, essentially on like a high, like 3-step up, kind of like maybe up to 10, like 5 foot up off of the floor. A bed of a wide, cushioned lavender wood cloth and a sheet that hang down low past it, covering and forming its shapes of the steps down long. You see the figure there, legs extended out before courteously flipping one leg over the other and leaning forward, staring out towards you from the very back corner. Well, hello.
Hello?
Who do we have here?
What form I was in at the end of last session?
You are still in the stony
Robot.
pseudo
I'm in
warforged
the one I don't have a name for.
pseudo warforged form.
Posey.
Posey. You're just like, oh, I don't have any pats. I can't check if I have a pocket full of you. Well, come on in.
I go in. The
Bring your
charm that
friends along.
the charm that I'm under is like I'm just amenable to this person, basically, right?
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
It's not as if you are mind controlled.
It's
You're not
like friends.
It's equivalent to friends, but if friends was a steroid.
Yeah,
the
it's like
equivalent of
friends on steroid rather than
Okay.
dominate person. Yeah.
Yes, very deliberate. This is not a dominate person. It's just it's no fun to dominate someone. It's fun to make them want to come in.
I will head up to them then. I just assume the party is following.
Yeah,
Because
you're unsure if they are or hoping they are. You're like,
Posey's
it's
not.
fine.
Posey's not in charge of this party.
Thankfully not.
Lo is just sticking like glue to Kika, and the eyes are almost glowing with something.
Some eldritch fey power is just like going, no, 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 no. As you are very aware of this kind of alluring effect. You're very aware that it is, welcome to my parlor, said the spider to the fly. You have experienced it and watched others be forced to experience it under your time with Titan.
The party. Am I still in the room with them, or is the party come in at this point?
Does the party keep coming in? Does
well,
the Planetar stop anyone?
Well,
Because I know you did try to stop Poe.
But I'm too quick.
Because we don't see what's in that room. We just see like a wall of like a black wall, right?
Yeah.
I think there was something like that. So we don't know who's in there.
You don't. You just hear an alluring voice beckoning you in. Yes, very particularly, it was a matter of fact that you do have true sight, but you still can't see through it.
Yeah.
Because if everything with true sight could look through stuff that Grass did, there'd be no fun.
Kika is acting like she wants to go in because she failed her save.
Correct.
So Kika's just there, just like, oh, come on then.
No,
Yes.
nope, 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 nope.
Don't be a big spoil sport.
2 words. Pink roses.
Okay.
Remember how I was obsessed with them before?
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of deal.
Before.
It's gonna happen again.
The plane tile's gone. His full speed gone into the room.
You straight
See?
right in. What's your full speed?
Flight speed is 120 foot.
That's before you dash as well.
I don't think I need to dash. Because I might want an action.
Oops.
I'll
Relax. Relax.
I'll bonus action to Blade Chong as I fly in.
Cool. Fair point. So, you shoot in. You launch yourself into that room. For the sake of it, I'm going to say that you can picture everything you can imagine in a desired room of grass. It's whatever you would think would be in there.
But would I see through it?
Actually, here's the interesting part. You would say, oh, if there's an illusion here, I'd fall for it. Or I wouldn't fall for it. I would see through it. There is no illusion here. These are people. Many people have made deals. What you can tell is that some of these are like illusions in the manner that you've seen projected images, as in somebody projecting themselves into a scene. So this would not be Grass has made illusions of all these things. It's like, no, these are things that Grass has clearly an attachment to, and the person is projecting or being projected from a place here. But not everyone here is just projected, but there are several pockets of enjoyers.
I see the big man himself.
You see the big man himself, whose eyes light up with this bright white shimmer the moment you enter the room. And, Posey, you can't help but feel a little jealous with the look that is on Grass' face staring across towards the Planetar. You can't help... You know the feeling of wanting to be wanted, and it's like, wait. And you can just see, oh, hello, darling. Oh, you're the simulacrum I could feel earlier. Yes,
seeing
Blake.
that the Planetar has just full fuck gone
Yes,
the fuck
correct.
off, I'm following.
Okay, you book it. It would take you 2 turns to get to where the Planetar is. So you book it, and we're gonna say like a little bit happens here, and then you book it again. I will say, rather than this being for combat, a turn order to ensure that everyone is taking actions respectively, so that no one gets missed out on either. If you don't have anything you would like to do, you can either sit with the party. If the party moves forward a bit, you stay with them, or so on. So feel free to put yourselves onto the table. I'm going to say Grass is at a 20. Because it's fun.
I'm just gonna put a little fake Varus down here, so he's on the thing, so I can roll
Ooh,
initiative.
please tell me you heard my finger snap there. That was delightful.
I did not.
Damn.
Discord
Yeah.
noise suppression doing its job.
Yeah. Let's see. Don't forget to do it for Renara as well.
Yeah, getting there.
Time rolls.
Technically,
One of these days.
yeah, it's gonna dash.
What
Me
Who
and
has
you
the
at the
high-
bottom of the initiative.
Who has the
Sorry, just very quickly. Technically, my Varus should be a 14 because I'm using
Because you have
the
Dex?
thing.
Yes.
I'm using the play.
Use their physical stats.
And
your mental.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I have higher dex than Sarah.
That's fine. I'll move Serenus up then. That was my question for you guys.
Alright.
Kaerk has gone in. Runara, it's your time, my darling. Let's see, Runara to there. So we have Fake Varus. We have Runara. We have Loyalty. Runara succeeded or failed? I can't recall.
What, the charm to come into the room?
Yes.
I think she succeeded that one.
Let me see.
Hold on, let me have a look.
Where
at
are
her
you?
last roll.
Arcane roll, investigation, charisma.
She rolled an 18 Arcana. That was Varus.
I'm not sure she's made one because we've got Witted King,
Look at the
Kayak,
model.
Loyalty, Serenus the Planetar, and Kika, and Pox. and
Actually,
don't see Runara.
Didn't you roll? Because I think the Planetar. Did you use Varus' stats for the Planetar? Didn't you for the charisma? But you didn't roll for Runara. So I'll say roll for Runara now.
What is it? Just Christmas save?
Charisma saving throw, please. And I'll say you're next to Wittig for the bonus for the favor of the +3. I'll give it to you. 18. Unfortunately, no.
No.
It's a 20.
Yep,
Because it's
makes
fucking
sense.
grassed.
It makes sense.
So, you are with the party moving in.
Yeah.
He's like an important person. Why wouldn't you follow me? Actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this as a fair point, Runara. Rather than giving you that, roll a religion check.
That'll be better. I will actually.
What's your hit dice again? It's a D8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. That's hilarious because that works out. So, as you're there in this moment of, oh, I can trust this, you feel just a slight warmth in your breast of the hearth. And I rolled to see if she gets to influence this in any way. You get to choose. Would you like to lose a hit dice to succeed the save?
Yeah.
Okay. Your god is tagged in a little bit in this place of extreme divination going, no, not my baby. So you manage to succeed. And I will say anyone who succeeds is very aware of that was like someone near you is encountering a massive drug and let the smoke puff out of their lungs, and you've just managed to resist it. And it's like, ooh, I get the smell of it though. Damn, strong. Something pungent in the air. So, Grass is in the corner bed. It's interesting. At all times, they seem larger than anyone. But whenever you're closer, the closer you get to them, they look like a person. So the closer you are, the smaller they are to about the size of a person. But the further away they are larger than life to you. He is. That's one of the very few shape changers who is a he, him. So then, the Planetar stares across at Grast. You are aware of what you're looking at here. If not because of your experience when it comes to being a Varus, from your experience traveling the world and having gained knowledge from him. It's your instincts as a planetar. The shape change instinct. You register what you're looking at. And you can't help but feel like color rushing from your face, but your wings going from that kind of white gold to a grayish hue, like going from a face of flush red to pale white in fear across the wings, in a registration of what you're looking at.
Do I get to do a thing, or are we doing the turn order?
I was gonna say you've moved in. Wittix followed you, so you guys can move up as you are. Runara is Runara's there with them. Runara will be next then, but I'm gonna say that unless the squad are trying to do anything particular. So, for example, in the group right now we have Runara, Kairk, Lo, and Serenus, as well as Kika. If Lo or Runara do not want to try and stop the party, i.e., two of your friends have already, three of your people have already run in. You don't know what they've ran into. Do you want to keep trying to separate the party? Even though there is that instinct in you to go, this is bad. Is keeping them all separate worse? And I will say as well, Serenus, you did succeed, but you are also paranoid, so you're staying at the back of the party watching everyone. You're also paranoid of whatever this voice is. Not to trust.
Lo is explicitly protecting Kika from even getting in there because he has this paranoia as to what it is because he recognized it from a previous.
You know the effect.
Are you physically going to try to stop her because she's failed the charm? So everything that she wants to do is just go in the room. So just saying don't go in there isn't going to get through the charm.
I mean, you can try to charm her as well. Try to make her fail a save.
That's why I'm saying, are you physically going to try to stop her? Because you kind of need to.
You don't.
Well, this is what I am actually thinking now.
I'm giving you a timer, Hunt. So
yeah, but this is the thing is that I'm currently trying to work that out. So if you want to give me a timer, let me know how much time that I've got. So
okay. I will say while you're doing that, Runara and Serenus, are you doing anything? Or is there anything you can think of to try and do you look at what Lo is doing and saying, hang on a sec, it's quite clear that Lo is trying to stop them for a reason.
Runara is not trying to stop anyone. She will be going with them into the room.
Okay.
But also just double checking, is anyone hurt? Does anyone need healing?
I'm okay. Birds are okay.
I'm a cleric after all.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, sweet.
Hun, your timer's on, so be thinking. Serenus, you got anything?
Yeah, well, given that I am paranoid and don't trust literally anyone who's in front of me, I don't really help with anything. However, I feel like Serenus would be thinking in his head of contingencies for the party in front of him when they
If
turn
something
on
goes
him.
awry, what can I do to get myself out of this?
If that's the best course of action, but it's mainly he's thinking of what happens when his party turns on him and tries to hurt him, and how he will kill all of them. I mean, he's not thinking they're going to turn on them, but they could be. So he's not too sure. Exactly. So I feel like he's going to be kind of looking at
the paladin that everyone seems to trust just walked away. What if they do it now?
Exactly. It's I'm just going to keep looking at each person, thinking about how he'd end them, kind of thing. Okay, so I'll go.
Oh, so you can shoot out from the darkness that you're right.
You come to there, and he comes to here, and
so you're mumbling in the back. You're not really gonna do anything. You're just contingency hands, 600 different. I tell you what. Essentially, I will say if you're gonna do that, until your next turn, I'm gonna say that you can cast a spell that time you choose as a reaction. So you're literally going to like, whatever spell you can just throw out, it'll be using a reaction, but it'll be like if you see someone fucking charge you, you can like throw something to defend yourself, whatever you choose at the moment. But
Got
don't
it,
do
got
it
it.
now, whatever would happen.
You just
So
shoot.
Understood.
Edge.
Thank you.
Runara's just gonna throw a cure wound on herself as we approach.
anyone? Anything low?
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
because I have a sneaking suspicion that this might require a specific check. I want to see if I can very sneakily cast a whole person on Kika.
That would require a sleight of hand check to do correctly.
Yes, this is what I wanted to check.
It would require a sleight of hand check.
Right.
And your DC would be the passive perception of anyone you're trying to deceive. So if you're not trying to deceive Runara, who doesn't seem to be like, as drawn to yanking forward, or Serenus, who's just in the back mumbling, it would be Kaerk and Kika. King included, but King is currently just vibing in the corner going, whatever, I'm King. I'm going to sass the fuck out of Grass in a minute.
She's still got her eyes closed from going through the tunnel, so she's just like, what?
What's going on, guys? No one said I had to open my eyes yet.
So in regards to that check then, can I ask Puck again to help with that, or is that pushing my luck a bit?
Puck can give you a help action, and that is a very advisable move at this moment.
Okay.
So advantage on a sleight of hand check. I will say, if you fail this check, you will still do the whole person. It's just they will spot you doing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, my baby boy.
I'm loyalty and just do it for me.
3, 2, 1.
Hot damn.
Okay, I
think
believe that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Kika, make a wisdom saving throw.
So when Kika's like, my passive perception is 25.
Are you kidding?
No.
Kika's wisdom is her lowest stat. She's a baby. She's not world-wise.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying it would be the meme of the century.
It's only a +4.
Totally.
I thought the person to beat was Kaerk. Kaerk's got a 16 passive perception.
Well,
That's not,
thankfully the
that's
sleight
not
of
to see
hand.
it.
I didn't see the spell, but I felt but I resisted
So,
it.
Kika, you are aware, you're like, yeah, let's go. And you have that moment where you have felt magic try to override you before, try to overlap you before. And it's weird for you as this sponge of arcane, as I like to call you, just kind of like
Sponge.
absorb the energy in it, and it's just like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, you look around like you can't tell anyone who's like kind of done it, as Puck's trying to float into your face like, you don't want to be doing this, don't go in there, trust me. Like he's like waving his hands out in front of both you and Kaerk, like attention up at him, like you don't want to do this, trust me. This is bad.
Feel like she does the cartoon shiver where it just sort of goes down the body and she shakes it and she's like,
Yes.
oh, that was weird.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I will say, Loyalty, you're a warlock. You can only cast at your highest level. You could also try to target Kaerk.
Valid.
He did not see it.
He's also failed.
This would be a matter of, even if you weren't primarily trying to get Kaerk, you have multiple targets, not to just like dismiss it by only having you pick one.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that, because I'd marked on my character sheet that there was a bard one.
Oh, if you did it as a bard, you can do it as a bard and only do it at its respective level of second.
Yeah,
That's fine.
if it's second level bard, then it's 1, but if it's third level warlock, then it's 2.
Correct. So you did it as a bard, you said, so I'll keep it back. I won't have that roll made. You did it exclusively on Kika, and that's fine. Nobody noticed it. Nothing else has been drawn for it. So you are trying to stop it, but it seems like at this point, Runara and the others are going to move forward. So I'm going to say you guys move 30 foot. So we're going to move the crew up a bit.
I tried.
It was a good idea. I really wanted it to work.
Also, I will say for the sake of ease...
It's still a good idea.
Yes, it's still a good idea. I'm gonna move you guys to about here. And Widdick, I would say that you're a little bit further up at this point, so I'll put you about. I'll be generous, put you up there.
Can you do me a favour, just for my own sake?
Yeah.
Can you just resize fake Varys and put it where the plane tower is, just so I can move it? Because we'll just imagine that it's a plane tower. Because I don't like that I can't move the token. Thanks. Thanks, love you.
Can you see can you see the Planetar anymore?
No.
No, it's
No,
not.
okay. I'm never sure because it's off in the black section for me, so I can't tell if it's Fog of War or not.
Yeah, it's all over.
Hang on a sec, I'm being funny. Hello? What you doing? Zoop. So then, back around. Kika and the crew going to be moving. Grass is in there with Poe and the Planetar. Planetar, you have the blade singing going around. And it's interesting, you've never had the blade sing going over a great sword. Or like, an immaculate large sword, heavy sword like this. That is a angelic hum to that song. Poe.
Can I kind of reference when me and Varys were talking to the Githyanki outside, or Githzerai, and
Just
put
Gith.
kind of
Very
Gith.
interesting, just a Gith. They weren't a Githyanki or Githzerai.
I'm just gonna kind of put my hand up as if to be like, hold up. And obviously, because Percy's like, I'm handling this because, of course.
Posey thinks she's handling this.
Of course she does.
And it's fair to say for the Planetar, she believes she's handling this. She's not lying to you.
And I'm just gonna look up at the demon lord.
Who's currently got the spire of a kit, just like it's floating like on their like index finger's tip.
And they're not paying attention to me, they're paying attention to the Planetar.
Slightly. Here's the thing. You know the sensation being watched. His eyes are on the Planetar, but you feel being watched.
Okay. Weirdly, I'm okay with that in this instance. Bizarre. And I think Posey just goes, I don't think I know you, but I would like to.
Just like you see the head tilts down, and there's just a sincere smirk across your face. And as their attention is drawn to you, you can't help but feel like a little bit of a... It's weird. You haven't felt a butterfly in the stomach kind of vibe in a hot minute.
Not for a while, yeah.
And it's like, oh. It kind of leans down. And at this point, it's like almost leaning between their legs. Like between his legs, like leaning down past them. Like
So
the
maybe-
whole... And you can just see like this toga kind of robe they have on Varys from the back. You can just see like the spines, like not like spiked spines, but like I've actually like the spine like indentions, like the actual points of them all the way down the back, just leaning down. You want to get to know me, Poe.
I would just like to know you at all.
And you watch as like for a moment you feel yourself lifted and pulled as he just like gets you way too close, and I mean way too close, and just sniffs at the side of your neck. I'm gonna make 2 checks here.
Out of character, I can palpably feel the it's a bad idea.
Let's see. Nope, he does not do anything. So what is yours?
You're gonna ask me for any number that's on my character sheet.
It's not you he's rolling against.
So we're doing this in like a turn order?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
So they're doing this, and then it'll be something you would like to do. Okay.
I'll wait. That's fine. I'll wait.
So they kind of like lean you up a little bit. You feel yourself
Let me
lifted.
have
You
my
don't
moment.
resist it, and you just get that sniff of just like, where's that old aroma from? I haven't smelled. Who's that?
Well, if you let me get to know you a little bit, maybe I'll let you get to know me.
You just see he starts like staring up as he's
Okay,
talking.
30 years of his life.
Kay is aging.
Somebody's gonna walk out of this greater than me. 1,000-yard stare. Let's go.
Look, I know Varys is gonna stop me in a minute. Let me enjoy this.
They're just like looking up, and you can't help, like, you didn't realize it, but you can just feel their finger at the side of your cheek, like lifting it up, and just like one finger just like rubbing against the thumb, like looking away from you. You're kind of like lowered back down as they're doing it, and just kind of playing slightly, and that is like the most sweet and supple skin touching against you. It is heaven. You think it's heaven. You feel like it's heaven. And just like looking out, like with like just like a tapping finger. Where have I felt that? Smelled that? Who have you been playing with? And at this point,
during the conversation, I'm just going to slowly be approaching, sort of assessing the situation. Do I feel like now I don't want to use an action to do this, so if I can't help, tell me not to. Do I feel like I can break whatever charm or effect? Like, do I get the sense that this I can sever this link between Posey and this?
I would say you believe you're able to try, and not a lot of things would be able to try.
Okay, try. That's something.
Because
that's much better than what the other
the
thing I was
Tempter.
gonna do.
It's the Tempter. If he gets someone, it's hard to get rid of them, but if anyone could do it, a fucking Planetar is very useful to do it. I'm sorry, I'm just picturing. Yeah, my God. Yeah, you're not gonna believe this.
It's like, yo, we need some help.
Primus, you're not gonna believe this shit.
I am just picturing the moon being like.
Just want to check a rule question as well, because I know we went over it before, but I can't remember.
Okay.
Obviously, Varus is concentrating on shape change.
Correct.
But can the Planetar form?
You're the same entity concentrating. The same spirit is concentrating on.
So I can't cast any concentration spell without breaking the shape change, even if it's
correct.
Even if one that the Planetar can cast that at will, basically. If it's a concentration spell, still I can't do it.
What spell are you looking for?
Dispel evil and good. It's a 1-minute concentration.
The way I would word that is, because you're essentially trying to concentrate on 2 spells at the same time, I will request
Tell me no.
for every minute, for every turn, like it would be the feat, which would allow you to do so.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You'd make a concentration check as if someone attacked you.
Gotcha.
With a DC 10.
No, we're good.
What's up, buddy? Go on. Let's play. Come on. Let's play.
Planetar Varus is gonna fly straight up into their face. Pull the sword back, go to swing towards Grass, and then don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm then gonna at the last second turn and swipe at Posey.
You're gonna
Curse of
aim
the
at
eyeless.
That's a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
What gives a disadvantage, doesn't it? Am I mistaken in that, or is it a con save against blindness?
It is. Okay, you have to roll to attack first. I should have declared that later.
Okay, that's fine. Oh my God, why am I doing this?
No, let's fucking play. Let's go. This is what I wanted.
Two attacks.
Should I just do the first, and then is it per?
Do the first one because I can amplify to make it per attack.
Okay, we'll do the first one. We'll do them one at a time. Where is it? Great sword.
Obviously, it doesn't hit me. In the slim chance, yeah, it will hit me.
Oh, it's gonna hit.
I wouldn't know the number, so I'd do this even though it has no chance of saving me. And I
So
will
20,
amplify it.
So so roll for your hit blood dice to amplify damage.
Yep.
And Varus, I'm gonna need you to roll again.
Technically, there's a +5 to the attack roll because I'm blazing inches plus my int to the attack roll.
So that would be a 33.
Do I use if mine is higher? Yeah, it's mine anyway because that, so it'd be 33. But then you minus. So wait, so what?
You get -5
it,
to all your attacks. Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically the blazing in bonus, so it'll just be a straight roll.
Oh, so roll again, just to.
How much damage
It's not
did I
just
take?
I'm just double
Here's,
checking.
oh no, sorry, it is my mistake. It is actually just a the damage dice is what gets reduced. Excuse me, I thought it was disadvantage. My mistake. So no, it is just -5 to your attack rolls, and you've amplified it, so it's all attack rolls.
You can use the physical, and I'm not immune to blindness. Okay, that's what I was just double checking.
Okay.
So that's a hit.
So you
for-
make the attack.
for 39
You swing the sword
damage.
down to strike at Posey, and as it does, you just hear the sound of striking stone as the hand of grass has caught it.
Puts my health back up.
Are you trying to play with my guests? Why play with anyone when I'm right? And as they stand up, they're taller than you. They loom over. They are chest to chest. And you can just feel there's a hand to the side. Why not play with me?
Alright, as he says that, I'll pull the sword back out of his grasp, swing it back around, and go up to his chest.
By all means. Get me up the midriff.
So it would just be a 23.
A
I
23.
don't think I'll get any other bonuses. It's been so long since I've melee attacked as Varus.
Let's see.
Wait, do I get that? Wait. Ignore
Rest,
that +5
do
thing.
you have it?
I don't think I do get that +5. I think I made that up.
Kate's just making up numbers now.
Against grass, I don't blame you.
No, I think I made that up. I don't think I have that. So ignore
Okay,
the
so
fact,
you
ignore
dealt
what I said about
20. You dealt 43
it's my
damage.
AC that I get the bonus to.
Ah.
So
So
that
Varys,
the first one
sword
would have been
goes
23.
in. Sword goes in. It drives in, and you pull it out. You yank it out again. Grass seems entirely unfazed.
As a oh no wait that's
And what I'm going to now
an
here's the
Inazuma
thing. You had that moment of you pull it out like yeah that should have hit. See now, I'm just trying to recall.
I don't remember what shit I can do. It's been too long.
Yeah, there's only that many. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is a fair point. 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
That's it. I add my intelligence modifier to damage rolls.
Okay, so that would
With
be
level 14 stronger victory.
48 then, wouldn't it?
Plus two. Yeah.
That would be 48 then, yeah.
Second one.
Mm-hmm.
So the attack roll would have been an 18 because the -5. And it would
Oh,
be,
that would have missed. That second
Yeah.
attack.
So the
would have missed.
-5 is for the attack that hit Posey.
But she amplified it.
Yeah, so
Did
it's
you-
all
Oh,
right.
right.
So it's all attacks.
Ah,
It's
right.
just this round.
Actually,
until the end of the
actually,
turn.
Actually,
So the first one
Planetars,
would.
are you immune to blindness?
No, I checked that. I am
No.
immune to like other things.
I'm immune to things that aren't that.
Okay, so
I'm
it's the end of the
immune to
turn, so now it's
charmed,
done.
exhausted, friend.
Okay,
As a
so,
bonus action,
with
I'm gonna Misty
with
Step
a-
above him. And in my
So
turn.
just to say this very quickly, it was an 18. You try to strike again, he grabs it and just holds the sword again. And you try to Misty Step to fly up past him.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to use his reaction.
You can certainly try to do what?
He doesn't have to tell you because he doesn't have to declare or show any physical indication of what he's casting as he's spending 2 sorcery points to do it.
That's fine.
Because you are a Planetar and you're never fun, so how about you make a Constitution saving throw?
This is a spell, yes.
It's a spell that you can't see coming.
But I would have advantage because I've got magic resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Let me stop check what I can add to this before I do it. I think I get this bonus. Wait, I'm sure I get a bonus to saving throws. I'm pretty sure I'm not making that. I've got Warcaster, so I'd have advantage anyway. That's to make concentration checks. I fully don't remember any of this character. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure I had a bonus. Oh well. Oh yeah, bonus to concentration. Oh, that's concentration checks. This isn't a concentration check. Okay, I'm gonna roll this. Fine. What if advantage? Con save. It's 24.
With the 24, you just beat his spell DC. But you still need to make a Constitution saving throw. What? No, that's what your Constitution. Excuse me. You will need to still make another though, as you take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so the second one is a concentration check, technically.
Yes.
Okay,
For
again,
concentrating on your effect.
okay, so
Oh,
again,
it's necrotic as well. Fair point. Are you resistant?
No, I'm only resistant to radiant and then non-magical regular attacks.
Well, it's certainly magical. Make a con
So,
save.
It's with advantage with
DC 15.
Technically, it's a 36.
Cool. So you take 30 points of necrotic damage as you fly right past him. As you can just see, one of his fingers just starts smoking as you.
The plane tower hadn't took any damage yet, had it?
No, and not.
I'm assuming
Nothing bothered to try and hit you.
I'm assuming you want me just to use the base hit point, or do you want me to roll for the hit points, the 16d10?
No, the base.
We'll just use the base. We'll use the base. We'll use the base 200.
Yeah.
So with 30
So
hit
you're
points.
you're down to 70 or 170 right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, like I say, Misty Step with my sword, so I'm now like above him, still in melee range, but above him.
As you shoot up out of the way, he looks up at you. Now, bear in mind, he's used his turn basically to interact with Poe. One hand is still kind of behind his back, but you begin hearing something metal dragging across the quilts behind him. And as it's there, let's see now. I'm going to say the party's going to go because Poe kind of going to be at the end.
I was going to say something, but I'll wait.
No, you can say it now. While it's
It was
53.
literally just like looking up at Varys as I'm like now bleeding.
Oh, yeah,
from myself, even though I'm gonna pretend it wasn't, and be like, this is not how we should handle this, Varys.
Bear in mind, the entire time he was fighting you, blocking you and everything else, the spires are still flickering on his finger. He's still doing this with it.
The plan won't reply to Posey.
He thinks it's the truth.
I'm of a singular focus right now.
Fantastic.
Posey's pissed off. Let's go.
So, speaking of singular focused, I would say Wittick next, but Kika, you kind of have the top initiative.
Oh, well, Kika's goal is to move into the room. So, again, it's
in?
No, I wouldn't say she's running. I don't think she feels an urgency because the way you described it was just like it's,
Come on in.
Yeah, so she's not going to run, but she certainly isn't going to just, she is going to walk somewhat with purpose. Yeah. But she is walking, as is Kayuk. So their turn, both of their turns is just walking, so people can react to them walking however they want to try to.
Wittick. They're 30 behind you. Those two are.
Okay, so wait, how far up did she move?
The difference of the hallway is that it's a bit difficult to actually convey, but I'm going to say that they're basically. Yeah, I would say
it'd be another 30 foot, so just a little bit behind you if you were dashing.
I'll say you're about here as a generous take. I'll move you right up next to the door, basically. And yeah, I'd say you guys are about. I'll say you guys are about there. Because he's been dashing, you've been walking. I'm going to give it that discrepancy, and now we're going to use proper movement.
Yeah, that's fine.
Question: Can Serenus just be like sneak just around the corner from where he is, so he's kind of just peeking around, like he's still back, but he's just kind of.
Oh, you're kind of like they're like. Ooh.
Just kind of like keep looking at everyone, but like trying to stay away still.
Yeah, you can. Don't trust the squad. Never trust the squad. That's fair.
Right. What is this one again? Yeah, it's. What I will actually do then first. I will. But that's my action, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's fine. That's fine. I'll actually move back to where I'm in. Oh no, because wouldn't know that they're. Never mind.
You kind of don't know your friends are charmed. They're kind of like just behind
Yeah.
you. You just have a purpose of, that's not fun. Let's get rid of it. You just
yeah,
know
so
something is wrong in the next room. You don't know
Yeah.
what, but you know
I'm gonna
something's
move
wrong.
in 30 feet.
Cool. You move in and you see a demon lord of the abyss fighting a planetar with Posey right next to them, whilst they're kind of like the hand that they were using to play with Posey was being used to block instead, and they're spinning the Spire of Lakith on their fucking finger. You also see just a little bit of blood trickling down from Posey's hand.
Cool. Did I use this yet today?
What are you asking?
No, I don't think I don't think I used my fly for the day, did I?
Nope.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
You flew up
Up to the
to
fake space, up to
the
the
ship.
invisible ship.
You flew
Did I
up to
fly
the
up
ship.
or I thought I climbed up?
No, you would not. There's not really a space you would have climbed up to.
I think
It
you
was
did
kinda
fly
like,
because the birds also flew. You went with the birds.
yeah, you went with the birds, I
Okay.
think, bud. Hate to
Fine,
burst the bubble on it, but I think you did.
Yeah, that's cool. No, because that would be kind of okay for y'all. Shit. Yeah. All right. Well, seeing fucking thing that I know should not be on this fucking plane.
Rast.
Uh.
Rast indeed should not be on the material plane, but here he is fully manifested, and you know that is very, very bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna dash it again. And that's all I'm gonna do. Yeah. Because that's
Okay.
all I can do.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, Rast looks over and has a delighted smile to kind of lean back, and he just starts laughing, just this deep, boisterous, delighted laugh. Oh, that's fantastic. You can just go away, as they're going to use legendary action to cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Go ahead and try to counterspell it.
I can smell the banishment in the air. A faint aroma of the banishment.
Fourth level.
Okay.
Still gonna roll.
That blocks his cast a spell magic at will.
Oh, I was also gonna bonus action to gain a spell slot back.
A1, yeah, you can do that. 100%. Get that spell slot back. Your little mana bar cycle. Doo.
Yeah,
In truth,
grabbing
the
another
candle
second
at the
level.
center of your chest kind of like a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
Pump yourself up. You're ready for this. Okay. That's going to be all those nerds. That's fantastic. So you guys are moving up. Low. Is there anything you... Or Runara and Low. I'm going to let you guys... If you guys want to team up and try to do something, you can. I will say for the
First
sake
things-
of, like, not killing King, I'm going to put King over here. King sits in a box.
First things first, how loud was that laugh?
Oh, you could hear it in your bones. And it sounded like it was a very delighted laugh of someone you're enjoying a drink with at a bar or a tavern right next to your ear.
Okay, because I've got a little bit of a stage direction idea. I'm playing an
Takes
actor.
a stage left, followed by Bear.
I'm playing an actor, so I'm going to try a little bit of stage
Stage play?
effect.
Go ahead.
I'm going to use my tiefling action of darkness to
Mhm.
block the door so that
Okay.
it isn't being seen.
Okay.
But this is going to be a little bit of a your call here, Death. Lo is going to pretend to jump at the laugh in an effort to scare the other players around.
In other words, you want to make a either deception or performance check to make everyone around you go, "What was that?" Are you trying to make them turn away as you do the darkness effect?
I'm basically trying to use like the idea of the laugh as like the panto villa, like bwahaha, burst of
And then there's a
burst
swoop
of
of darkness.
Yeah.
Yes. So you want to try and are you trying to give it an idea that this laugh is what caused the darkness? Is what you're trying to
Yes.
do? Right. I'm gonna say you can either
That's
make a
smart.
deception check or a performance check with the assistance of your stagehand Puck to try to pull that off.
Always need a
I'm
good
gonna
stage manager.
Yeah.
I'm going to use deception
And it's from
here.
and from Nolans, you know gonna be good.
I'm going to use deception here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Shakespeare,
love,
be
you're being
with me
clever.
here.
Let the bard aid the bard. Let's
Yay.
go.
3, 2, 1.
Whammo.
Ooh,
20
big rolls, big
fucking
rolls.
8. Okay. So I'm not going to throw it down for the sake of blinding all the party. What I'm going to say for the sake of ease is that this corridor essentially up to the door and around you guys, like, this, like, 20 foot, isn't it? Is it 20-foot radius or is it a 20-foot cube?
Let me just check.
I think it's
'cause,
radius. I think it's a sphere for darkness.
Cool, because you could hit the doorway and all of you guys. So you can hit the whole section, more or less, covering that kind of between you and it, and shroud yourselves in darkness, leaving like a tiny gap between your darkness and the door.
Okay, I'll do that then. But Lo will. I'm not gonna voice it out because I'm not in the mental state to do it. But Lo will basically sort of act out.
Being
A jump.
terrified at this
Being
voice,
terrified.
which everyone hears. You're like trying to use it to say, "Oh, this voice is something that is scaring Lo." And is that enough to convince your friends to think, "Wait, scaring Lo"? I'm going to say that on their next turns, your friends get to re-roll once. As you're trying to make something which seems like it's friendly to them seem antagonistic, which would, by most virtues of the friends or charm spells, make someone go, "Wait, you're targeting my friends," kind of thing. And you three are having a fucking miming contest of nonsense.
We'll show you the chat afterwards.
Fantastic.
I will hold Kay accountable for his action.
There needs to be an out of
Fantastic.
context highlights reel
Runara.
for the entire series, which is just
Oh,
people
fuck.
making
Runara,
faces at each
is there
other.
anything you would like to do at this time? You can, I would say, for the sake of ease, as Lo is obviously setting this up,
Do
You
I,
could
do
tell
I
he's trying
see
to-
that that's Lo
Don't-
doing that?
I would say you could tell that Lo is trying to do this. If Lo allows it, Lo, do you allow Runara to tell you're trying to do this to trick the duo of burbs?
Nod and a wink.
You know that this is Lo trying to set it up.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live! Fuck it!
We're doing it live.
Okay. So he gives me the signal. He gives me the signal.
Lo gives you the signal. What do you do?
Um,
I'll be honest, I don't know what you fuckers are planning.
it's,
I'm so excited to see how
No.
terrible everything's gonna
No.
go. Let's go!
We've not planned anything. I promise you that. I know the spies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness sake. I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm gonna cast
Runara is.
protect. I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Cool. Make sure that things which are fiendish of nature, celestial, and otherwise have disadvantage on things, and you have advantage on saves against them.
And, it's just
And you
gonna-
cannot be charmed, possessed, otherwise by them.
and she's gonna walk the direction into the darkness, the direction she knows the door is.
Cool. Hand against the wall. You're walking through.
Before she steps into that, she's gonna turn around and be like, "Keep the kids safe," and she's gonna walk in.
Cool. Awesome possum. Cool. Right. How do I want to do this? So, Serenus, is there anything you'd like to do at this moment? As you're kind of outside of the moment right now. Lo clearly did something to try and trick other people around him. God, I'm a bastard, aren't I?
Yeah, but
Will
I'm going to
Serenus
be.
clocked this of seeing what?
I was about to ask the very same question. Would Serenus have picked up that Lo had given a nod and a wink to Runara?
I would say give a sleight of hand to only indicate to Runara. And I won't let you have advantage in this. I'll give you advantage in your last roll.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Now then I'd be really pushing it.
Because what I will say is, Serenus, if you want to determine whether or not this was a truthful act, you can use your action to make an insight check. And that will be based against the...
2, 1.
Okay, so
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say. Your passive perception is higher than 14, isn't it?
yes, it's
16.
19 actually.
Yeah, he has a very.
Yeah.
I have passive
So, here's
wisdom
what I'm gonna
perception
say.
of 19.
Here's what I'm going to say. You can use your action to make an insight check composed against the deception check to see, was this a lie or was Lo genuinely startled and the darkness just apparated? So you can either do that or you can choose to do something else. But at that point, you will not be aware of whether or not Lo chose to do that.
Okay, so right. I guess it really depends on you, Das, on how paranoid I am at this point. Would determine how paranoid would you say I am at this point?
Ollie, just as a sort of RP hint, how paranoid do you want Serenus to be?
Well, honestly, he has been speaking to himself and kind of muttering himself for a while.
Well,
so...
that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Is
there's no stat associated with it. You're just paranoid.
So I saw the smoke happen. Correct.
Mm-hmm. You saw the darkness appear.
I feel like, due to his paranoia and the worry of it, Serenus will freak out and think it's something bad. So I'm going to cast Dispel Magic at 5th level.
5th? Oh my goodness.
We all know panickers overreact.
Yeah, it's true.
I will say this, Lo, you can kind of see him there. Have you got a counter spell, buddy?
Counter charm.
Not the same
Your
thing,
counter charm.
unfortunately.
They're not the same thing, unfortunately. Counter charm
that is
could
useful.
be very useful right now. Counter charm
I'm so
could
sorry.
be very useful right now.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but I
But,
can only
yeah.
I can only. Let me just check this.
Yeah, the wording of
If
counter
it's a
charm.
minute to perform counter charm, because I'm pretty sure counter charm suppresses, prevents from
I
a new
don't
effect
know if
hitting,
it
but does
actually
not.
does. I
At
might be
6th
misremembering
level, you
because I
gain-
haven't
hang
played
on,
it.
Let her
hang
go,
on,
let her
hang
go,
on.
let her
I'm
go.
reading it. At 6th level, you gain the ability to use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action, you can start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. A creature
Not
must be
quite.
able to hear you to gain this benefit. The performance ends early if you are incapacitated or silenced, or if you voluntarily end it.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
here's the problem, is
We've
that
not been making
unfortunately-
saving throws.
Yes, there was only one saving throw made, and you kind of had no time you could have prepped it, unfortunately. So, counter charm does not assist in this moment.
No.
So, the dispel magic is out, and the darkness is dispelled. Serenus, they're still there. They're not planning to get you yet. This is great. You guys are making the DC of this fight go wee.
Seeing this, that everything's kind of disappeared, and seen the smoke that I've just done that, I'm gonna kind of go back down the way that we just came slightly, like a couple of feet to hide, and kind of like put my arms against the back, like.
Ernest. Okay. How far back do you go?
5 feet. That's about it. Not much further. So if I was just behind the door, like leaning behind around the corner, I feel like he'd come out, do spell magic, and then go 5 feet.
I'm gonna say this. Make a perception check, or choose to use your passive perception at disadvantage because you're paranoid and you're looking around too much and you're looking hectically. So either you can make a straight roll for your perception, or use your passive but at a 14.
I'm gonna do my passive of 14 rather than a straight roll.
Okay. As you step backwards, you hear the bolts that Poe had placed down around a certain small platform behind you push down and break, and you hear a slab shunk, and you begin hearing stone above you shift. Make a dexterity saving throw. Due to your paranoia and the fact that I don't want you to encounter what is meant to be for this entire party alone, with your paranoia, I'll say make a dex save at advantage.
Come on, Serenus. Come on, man. Please.
I'm stressed.
Sheesh! I was like, no, he's at the doorway, but now he stepped back past the door. I was like, wait. Oh no. Trap is there. Serenus.
Oh.
Serenus would have never encountered one of these ever. But you can just look up, and it's weird. You just see his skull floating. Bobbing. And you begin hearing...
Oh, no.
And you hear it from the far end of the room as well, from the other side. Another... As directly above you, a gelatinous cube... down.
Take a shot, everybody!
Oh god.
I think I owe someone money. I can't remember who.
Me!
That this was a gelatinous cube last week. I think it was you.
Probably
me.
me too, because I think I messaged Blue. I was like, "Is this a gelatinous cube?"
It's a gelatinous cube!
And I was like, no, it's not. It was.
Yes,
it was
it
a
is.
gelatinous cube.
It was a gelatinous cube.
So... Ollie, my darling... The DC for the engulf effect of a gelatinous cube is 12. You rolled a 12.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that saves. That meets the DC, right?
That saves, so it meets the DC. So you're right there. And you hear another thing within that area. Further up by a doorway, you hear another thing, chink. And you can just see the floors begin tilting. And both gelatinous cubes slide down towards the middle of the corridor before descending down a slit in the middle and disappearing down the center point. Needless to say, that was designed to be another kill room. And Poe, your reward from last week was not having to deal with it because you were really fucking careful.
Paranoia. Sometimes it's not madness, it's just a character trait.
The man who
Speaking
seems
of,
to...
by the way, did we skip my turn?
No, I was just doing this because it was out of the way, and it's like, well, okay, Serenus is going to have his own thing in a second. But thankfully not. Serenus, you're at the doorway, and the door, you can feel it, probably about to come down. So you might need to jump into the room with these people, or deal with the gelatinous cubes. Which, by the way, the whole floor of that has slanted inward. So, if you were in that room with gelatinous on either side, you'd begin sliding and they would have come down on top of you as a...
I think with the reaction of the gelatinous cubes and the floor falling, I'm going to lunge myself into the doorway, away from that.
I'm gonna say you're pro. You just went ass over kettle, fall.
Exactly.
King is judging you.
I
Oh.
feel like if King was here, they would make a joke about jelly right now.
Manifest it. Imagine it in your brain.
I'm not
Picture
jelly
the
of your
joke.
I'm not jelly of your situation.
Exactly.
I'm so tasty soluble right now.
Oh man, the one time I don't have it. Poe, my darling. What are you doing?
Great question.
Fair point. Ah, it's a shame. I thought that was a 6 and a 0. It's not. Go on. What are you doing?
I'm trying to picture this from Posey's charmed perspective.
This beautiful, magnificent figure who's got their attention on you, who is so gentle, protected you from Valorin.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out if
Valorin, who at the first time they had a chance tried to kill you.
Let's go, okay?
Yes!
Yeah.
Shoot him!
Crimson right, crossbow.
Are you doing your -5 for a sharpshooter?
If you
first
do,
I
you're not hitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you can roll a 20. That fucking hurt.
Oh, I take more damage. I wouldn't know.
Damage
Oh
type?
no, my Crimson Right's already active, isn't it?
Yes, you activated earlier.
Right.
I think you
take
chose
more damage
cold
if you
as a.
want.
I think you chose
I
cold
did
as
cold,
the default.
yeah. So that's still
you-
active.
Change it to radiant.
Yeah, a thing I have.
I don't know,
Oh,
moon shit, maybe.
I've never played a warlock. I don't know.
I look at grass. And I think legit just go, excuse him, and I'm gonna take just like 2 steps back, and yeah, I'll take a shot. I won't sharpshooter because I'm realistic about this.
Take the shot.
Just gonna double check something.
Not so am I. Yeah.
What would take precedent?
Add a +7 to that.
Okay, then that takes precedent.
As Ross is going to inspire you.
Unsharp broken bolt. After 20.
I think that hits. Thankfully, that was one of Grass's legendary actions to use a reaction to give someone else a D8.
I will
D10.
also clarify, even though Pox will kind of use any excuse to go after Varys, in potentially some part of her uncharmed brain that does respect that Varys has kind of had their back this whole time, she is kind of sort of going for the wings as a sort of half-hearted, but it's below the charm, so it's not fully there, but it's clear that somewhere.
You're not going
her
for the
intent-
heart. You're going for things that
Yeah.
Varys
This
wouldn't
is
have.
holding back, basically.
And like Pox is very strategic in where she targets. So
Make a charisma saving throw. I'm going to say this. Make a charisma saving throw based on what you're saying to me now.
funny.
Okay. I will say, with that 20, you can reduce that damage you dealt by half. If you choose to. Or, give yourself advantage, and on your next turn you get to try and roll to resist its attempt.
Varys got enough health. I'll take advantage to save next turn.
Yeah.
But I am also going to shoot him again, so
Yeah.
Well, let's do one at a time.
Con save.
I only get 2. I rolled another natural 20.
well, no. This is what matters. We need to do one at a time. So I
Okay.
get con save.
Con
for the first
save
one.
first.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh,
You're fine still.
I rolled 2 nat 20s. That's what you get for
Um,
shit talking me for an hour.
3. That's what 15 on the second one. Yeah.
Correct. Oh no, that'd be a DC 10 because half of that would be.
Yeah. I know. I mean the damage dealt, not the damage I received.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The damage dealt is 15, but the DC for you on.
Yeah, it's half
Would
the
have been
damage.
for the
Yeah.
first one. The first one would have
It was 23 damage.
11.
It'd be 11.
That would have been an
as well.
11 and then a 10. Yeah, it's fine.
I can't believe
yeah.
the dice gods are validating my desire for PvP.
I mean, I'm all for it.
There's so much PvP happening at the moment.
It's-
technically. I
Grass
don't-
has to do. Grass is doing Luigi 1 by doing nothing.
Technically, I just rolled con checks, not con save, so there should be, well, technically plus 10.
No,
to
the
the
Constitution saving throws because you're concentrating on
No.
shape change.
No, but I clicked on con check, not on con save.
No.
But the Plaintar is proficient in the save, so technically it's got an extra +5 for the proficiency and +5 for my blade song. So technically they're +10s. But
Oh, I see. Excuse me. So
But they
26 and a
say, they
29.
say.
Yeah, you fucking save.
Well, no, with advantage, so
Yeah.
I know you.
Woo! Yeah.
I saved, don't I?
At the end of Posy's turn doing those shots, Posy, do you want to move or anything?
I will kind of just move here, and I will look at Grath and just kind of do like a kind of halfway between a nod and a bow, but it's more of just kind of a thing of like, give me a second. I'll deal with this and we'll move on.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Ross is going to use his last legendary action of the turn to attempt another dispel. DC is 19 because it is a 9th level spell.
On me or Varus?
No, on Varus because Varus has shape change and he wants to get rid of it. So, let's see. Your bonuses to your spells are. Oh, where's your DC? So it's a +13. Unfortunately, even with a +13, he doesn't get enough to do it. He rolled a fucking 2. Damn it, Grouse, you have one job.
Oh wait.
Stop getting props, Narrowin!
Naren just disappeared into the darkness.
Leave
He's
them
gone.
be. Leave them be. I'm curious now.
Narowin turned around slightly and I just saw like the like bubble of a beard just like return.
This is the man who actually pulled out a genuine trombone once for a session.
I mean, I can go grab it.
So-
No! No!
Come back to the D&D session.
I'm
Come
here.
back
I'm
to
here.
us. Oh, you're bringing a dog?
No, I'm just trying to find
Okay,
it.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Kika, at the start of your turn, make a charisma saving throw.
For me?
Of me.
Oh, come on, baby. That one's your highest.
I know,
God,
it's hilarious.
With a +6, that's so brutal.
I know, right?
So,
Oh, baby.
bless your heart, sweetheart. So, you're there, and there's this jump, and the darkness overwhelms for like a brief moment before it gets blasted away, and you can just see bits of grass and leaf in the air as it does, and a little bit of friendly fire too. To truly represent a Serenus spell. And you're like, why does Loyalty seem so afraid in this moment? Why is he so terrified?
Because I am having that thought. Would Kika feel justified in casting Calm Emotions?
To try and calm Lowdown.
To try, her aim in her brain is to calm Lowdown, but Calm Emotions
it's
is
an
an AoE spell.
And you've no reason to resist your own spell.
She doesn't think she's charmed. So, is Kika justified in her brain to cast Calm Emotions? She has to use an Archon. She has to use an Archon. She has to use an Archon. She has to use her Archon ability to do it. But by your own words, Kika has just gone, "Why is Lo so panicked?" And she's done
By
it
your
with
own
a
word. Linguistically, by your own words, there is
Yes,
being
Erwin.
used to say kiss
Yes.
my ass.
Like, as per my previous email, the same word.
with all due
No,
respect.
I'm just
With all
happy.
due respect is a wonderful statement, because it does not imply how much respect is due. Yes, honey.
I'm just happy that my little machination actually had another effect. So carry on.
Yes. Kika, it's going to require an Archon check. The DC is 12 because it is a second level spell.
It's a second level spell.
Okay.
Calm
You
emotions.
cast it out. You automatically fail because you have no reason to resist it. Karak sees you casting a spell. He has no reason to think you have a spell against him. And you both have that moment as you stop, look at each other, with a brief moment of recognition of, as a charming effect has been suppressed on you. You are aware it is still active, but it is suppressed currently. You both have that moment of, eyes wide, oh no.
Thank God.
And I will say the effect of a common motion is for those who are within the aura of a common motion. So if anyone moves away from you...
It's a 20-foot sphere, which technically is centered on Low at the moment.
Yes, true.
So Low
Low...
Low is essentially has a pseudo-paladin aura on him at the moment. but it's coming from Kika.
Hang on, this would be really funny. No.
Yeah, but
It's
almost.
Darren is just calm down, like, wait.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna think.
That
like,
was
That was what my brain was doing as well. I was like, can I
get?
get everybody in this? But no, it's a 20-foot
No.
radius.
How long does it stay active for?
Concentration up
Minute.
to a minute. So there's,
It's one of
there's
my
plenty of
paladin's
time.
favorite spells, so this is a very good shout.
There's plenty of time. All you have to do is vaguely pass near Low, and you should, in theory, calm down a little bit. Depends how Das wants to play calm emotions up against paranoia, because paranoia is not technically a debuff.
I mean, it's certainly a debuff right now.
Yeah, I need. It's definitely.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Whoa, that was my quote-unquote turn, because we're not doing turns, but that's what I do.
And you're there going, shit!
Fuck!
Character's there with you, and like has that moment of, uh-oh. Wittick? What's up, buddy?
We did just watched all that go down. I didn't even realize.
Yep.
Give me
Sir, I want to hit you with my sword!
Don't make this psychological problem more complex for me.
Oh, excuse me, actually, at the top of the initiative, he gets his reactions, legendary actions back. He is going to attempt again to dispel shape change, because get the fucking Planitar out of here.
That's just, they're just going whack, 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 stop it.
Okay,
Stop it.
that is a 10 plus 13, 23.
There you got counter spell.
Never mind.
No, he doesn't. He's not the type of paladin that gets it, I'm afraid.
No, I do. I just don't have it.
I've seen him use it before.
You don't have a spell slot for it?
No, again, I don't have access to it right now. It's a 9th level spell for me. I have to be a 9th level paladin.
Oh, I was at 9th level. You can't cast 9th level spells.
Says you. So, this has happened. Varys, you fall into the bed, kind of
how cool-
as...
Is it a bed? Okay, I guess I don't take full damage. Okay.
No, you don't. You land in the bed, and you're basically between the legs looking up at Grast.
Oh.
Sword in hand. There's worse views.
And also sword in hand. What? Sorry.
I mean, you can have that interaction later. So, at this moment, as this is occurring, we're going to take a break.
Cool.
Just before we get into the next thing, because this is a lot of fun for Grast. I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah, no kidding. Right.
Also, Poe,
Oh,
technically, Varys is cover right now from you being shooting him.
Angry. Right.
What about Kay?
We'll be back in a few
Smack the
minutes.
fuck out K all you want.
We'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
See you in a bit.
Hello.
Welcome back, everyone. At the end of Wittick's turn, Branding Smite cast on, ready to go. Runara, it looks like birds have realized they were under the effect. You could see the darkness from behind you being dropped. The doorway is slightly ahead of you. You have protection from good and evil on.
Ignore this. I'm trying to measure things. I don't know what to do.
I will say, was that as far as you went? Because you could have gone further. You were right next to low, like.
No, I moved though. I calculated that. I must have moved forward a little bit.
Okay.
Fuck me. I'm gonna move.
On stream.
Oh. I'm gonna dash. End up there. Oh.
Dash in. You
What's the
see
illusion?
all these sights. Beautiful. There are so many attractive people in here. It is like Poe had their eyes on grass because they got charmed by him. Fake Varys did not care. Whittaker's like heretics.
No.
You're the first one to go in here and go, oh no. Everyone here is
Oh
hot.
no.
You have a Vaxel Dan. Oh god, you're all beautiful.
Gosh, you two are attractive.
Not very attractive.
Yes. That's the best line.
That is the best line of anything ever.
What a line to say when you're alone with the two villains.
I do it.
If you wouldn't do it. So then. You dashed in. Bonus action.
Gosh. Not really a huge amount. What I can do. I guess I'll just stand there and be like, well, I'm in danger. And my turn.
In danger!
I'm in danger.
Okay. It's Carrick's turn. Carrick is aware of the calm emotion spell that got used on a tantruming Kika several times.
Mhm.
And is aware when you walk away from it too far, the effect disappears. So he kind of should be leaning to Log, aware of the fact that a charmed dragon would be very bad right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have anything else to do, so I think he'll give Lo a little bit of his own inspiration to help Lo with whatever he wants to do.
I will say, he is aware that it is on him, so I will allow him to attempt a roll to resist or break the effect of the charmed person. Not charmed person, the charm of
The charm effect. Yeah. He'll certainly,
charm
try.
I will say, does it with advantage.
Sorry. Chamehameha. Sorry.
Is it wisdom or charisma
can't
that I'm
spell
saving?
That's
Charisma.
perfect.
Charisma. Come on, Kayak.
On dragon.
Yeah, Chamehameha is a...
That was the start of his turn, I will say. Same fair point that Kika also made at the start. He is aware he's no longer charmed.
Okay.
There's a dragon on the board.
We got our dragon back.
Oh, go on.
Oh.
Yeah, and he gives Lo an inspiration.
Still bonus action. Inspiration over to Low. Awesome possum.
Thanking you.
What does he do? Because he's aware he can move now.
I guess he as you say, he still wants to stick close in case anything else happens.
Well, that was before he realized, oh, my charm is gone now.
Yeah.
And the bastard who tried to charm me is in there.
Yes,
And the
but
bastard who tried to charm my...
Yeah, but his little sister is here, and his other friends are here, and he doesn't want to... He knows that some of the group has run inside, but
Cool.
last he checked, they were with a Planetar, so he's like, they have a big person with them, Wissix ran in there, all of the squishies are back here with nobody big to look after them, so I'm going to be the big person who's going to look after them.
With a sack of hit points. Awesome.
Yeah. He's going to look after the squishies because all of the tanks have run off.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Oh, actually, that's a fair point. For some reason, Kayak and Lo go instead of in front of Varys, so Fake Varys moves up. So Kayak, you do this. Fake Varys, you're in the pillows. You're looking up. There's Grast.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, at least I can do concentration.
And at this point, the sword is just kind of like pointed, just like flickering on his other finger while he's spinning this in one hand. The sword is just spinning on a point as you realize he has a gorgeous, long, terrifying look of sword. This long ebony kind of blade that comes down to like a crackle, like sharp, jagged points on it. Definitely an abyssal sword, but a very like long, curved kind of vibe to it. I mean, I did show him last time, so that's the sword if you see it again.
Ew.
Well, this bed's awfully comfy.
I used to remember the name of that
A
style
Wave of
sword,
Sorrow.
however much-
Oh,
The
That's the Wave of Sorrow.
actual, yeah.
Style.
There
it's
is
a
term
German
for
name.
it.
We don't need to worry about it.
No, it's not German.
We'll worry about it later.
Varys is gonna push himself up, do a little like tumble and a roll through his legs. Wait, is he facing me or is he facing the rest of the
Oh
room?
no, he faced you. He faced
Okay,
you,
I'm
dude.
gonna try. I'm gonna do a little roly poly under his legs, so I'm behind him again, and I'm gonna place my hands up and just do a little thingy and cast banishment.
Okay. He is going to counterspell you. You can react on your turn.
What level is he counterspelling me at?
At the level he can choose to do. Which is whatever he chooses to do it at the time. So if you declare what your level you're banishing him at.
I'll write it down. Because it's gonna be up. It's just gonna be a 4th level.
Okay, yeah, he's using a 9th level spell slot. He's grassed.
How many 9th level spell slots has he got?
He's grassed. This is
One.
one of the Eternals. As many as he wants.
Well, that's his reaction, but.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Kika made her move, but I don't recall. I know Wittick did. Did he do much in his turn, or did he just try to dispel you again on his turn? I don't think he did. I don't think he did anything on his turn. Ah well, I made grass lose a turn. That's fine. That's my fault.
Do I have bonus actions? I don't think I do. How's that spell? No, I think that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, you stood up. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Where is it gone now? Surely, here. You say that he can do a spell as a legendary action. Don't put on a spell this game. Come on, to fuck. How is that not there? Goodness sake. Sorry, just a sec, folks. Very unprofessional. Why is this not on fucking roll 20? I don't need to tell you. Yeah. Wisdom saving throw, please, Varys.
Can I ask what type of effect this is?
This would be a charming effect.
I have advantage. I'm gonna don't want to do that.
You know he's got a high spell DC. You've been fighting his magic. He's a strong spellcaster.
I know that's not gonna pass, but do I want to lose my reaction? Can you get him back at the start of your turn, right?
Yes. Which it would be basically next round before you get to do that again. So you're basically saying, right, I'm not reactive for the rest of this turn order.
Dominate me. I've got to use luck.
Okay, use luck. This is a straight roll though. Okay. Unfortunate. As a crown of jagged iron appears on your head and the glow of madness fills your eyes as the crown of madness takes a hold.
That's cool.
And let's see. You just watch as he looks down at you, Varys, and you have this moment of all the lies, everything the Planetar was selling you. God, it made you do so much work. It made you fight so much. And you just see Grash just point a finger. But no one else sees it. It's only in your mind do you see it. As he points across, lazily, at Wittick. You will, on your next turn, have to move and attack Wittick when you get a chance.
I understand.
But it will be attacks, not spells. You'll be swinging at him.
I understand.
Not throwing a fake Archmage at you, a Farkmage at you, Wittick. Even though knowing you, probably still tank the bastard. And that's one legendary action gone. He's used 2 so far this round. Grand.
That's
Excellent.
wording on this. Just very quickly wording on this. The charm target must use action before moving on the activate's turns to make a melee attack.
I'm aware. Grass is
Okay.
going to try and resolve that problem of him not being
Okay,
close
that's
enough.
fine. Thank you. Appreciate it. Look, I want to kill one of the party members today.
God damn
I'll
it.
enable you. You bloodthirsty pair. It's fine. Loyalty. I will say, for the sake of purpose as well, the common motions is on low. It's a 20-foot radius. Low. If you move, I'll say that the duo of birds get to
Yes.
follow you.
Yes, we will.
So you guys basically cling to each other as you go.
Hey, okay.
Well, Carrick doesn't have to, but he's still going to keep around you guys.
Yes.
Lo is going to approach them, but to sort of say in a stage whisper to the two of them, I'm sorry, I was trying to tell you.
No, no, don't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't listen. I'm sorry. It was in my head.
You were trying to help us.
You were amazing. You were wonderful. It's because, thanks to you, we're back. At least for now.
I don't know what's going to be in there, but I know I've been through it before, and it ain't pretty, and I don't want that, especially for you,
I'm
Bluebird.
gorgeous.
What did you just say? What did you say?
You just heard grass in the distance. Bitch, I'm gorgeous. Sorry, they're vain enough that they'd respond. I apologize. I did not mean to take your moment.
It was more we didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, it's just like...
Sorry. Anyway,
What should we do?
I don't know. But did I ever tell you the story of the treacle baby? Work with me on this.
Okay.
It was tempting and attractive and just the most delicious thing in the world. Then the person got completely and utterly stuck.
Okay.
That's what they do. I can't protect you from everything, okay, Bluebird? But I know that's what they're going to try and do.
She like gently takes his hand. It's like, I know. You don't have to. I appreciate it.
Bluebird, you saved me once before.
Well, then we're even, so it's okay.
That's not the point, Bluebird. You know what I mean.
I do.
Anyway, I have an idea. But it's bloody dangerous, okay?
That just means it's gonna be an amazing story to tell.
Yeah, but promise me something, okay, Bluebird?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to soar out of here, both of you.
I'm not gonna leave you behind.
No, I mean afterwards.
Oh, good.
Soaring
yes.
out with big sparkles and big explosions and everything.
There's anything both of us can do at Sparkle.
Exactly.
You nerds are fucking adorable. You're both getting a DM inspiration. I'm a sucker for sap!
In the other room, we're like, pew, pew, pew.
Killing each other, it's fine.
Mid-combat is the
You're
best
murdering each
time
other.
for a heart-to-heart.
They're dying, Archer.
Literally in my head, it's like the Disney movies of like, okay guys, we're gonna get in there, we're gonna do it, and then in the other room, and it's just like, oh god, we're gonna die. Just like.
It's that
One
scene
room.
against the dragon at the start of Voxmoth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
We've
just
got this. We're all in this together. Oh god!
Boom! Whack! Yeah!
it's just two people sitting next to each other with headphones. One person's like, "I'm walking on sunshine,"
Oh, it's the librarian,
and then the other
yeah.
person's just like listening to Linkin Park, just like, "In the end, it done it," and things like this.
And with
One room,
that,
Disney motivational moment. In the other room, Doom Eternal.
and with that, I am going to cast.
Bear in mind, if it's a concentration spell, you do not have calm motion up. Excuse me, you do not
I'm
have
the
it.
one
It's cast
calming.
upon you. You are the calmer of the room.
I'm
Well-
going to use a warlock spell slot to cast mirror image before I go in.
1 and a 2 and a 1 through. Boom.
Great mind.
Puck disappears, and you have an additional mirror image in total with your back. So, where you would previously, I believe it's 3, you have 4 familiars.
Okay, I
So
don't
just-
want.
It's fine. Don't worry about that with the math. When the math comes, we'll talk about that.
No,
But right now, you.
it's not the math. I don't want to move yet.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying you have 4 gentlemen next to you. One is in a slightly finer outfit than the rest. In an extravagant little fucker. And you don't want to move, so you're going to stay here together, is it?
I'm gonna stay here together only because I know that Kika hasn't done her charisma. Does she have another charisma or?
When
She
my
can
turn
make a
comes
save-
around, I think.
Yeah, when her turn comes around, but you can all move together, and she can keep rolling while the spell is on.
Okay.
We can move as a cluster.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you'd like to move as a cluster, you can.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you don't need the calm emotion, so you could move.
The calm emotions is on him, technically.
Yes.
If he
So
moves too
I-
far
It's
away
how
from
it
if he
goes.
moves
Stay.
too far away from
Is that how
Kika,
it
Kika
works?
will get charmed again.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Yes,
I
it is
understand.
a
I understand.
suppressing
I
aura.
understand.
It's an AoE that's centered on a point, and Kika at the time chose to cast it on loyalty because she thought he was the one who was panicking, not the other way
Yes.
around.
Does it? But
It
if
is
it's on a point, does it
suppression.
move?
It's on
It's on a
low.
point that
Low, it
moves.
moves. Thane often
cast it on low.
You can cast it on a person. Thane often casts it on himself as his point
Yes.
target on it.
Yes. So. Calm
And if
emotions.
you can't, by the rules, I say you can because it makes sense to have someone as your calming baby.
Yeah.
You-
So it's now bear in mind, Kay, that we're working with Archon rules as well. So if you're checking it,
Oh, it's fine. Go
I-
on, carry on. That's just,
you
that's
cast
just
it as an
ruling.
Archon thing.
We're
fine.
we're
That's just
playing fast and loose.
Yeah.
This is
It's
more-
fine. That's just remembered rule. It's fine. Carry on.
Okay. Sorry.
It's fine. No, I'm not arguing that. I'm not. I'm just like carry on.
Sorry.
I don't want to tangent it and take away from what we're doing.
carry on.
so
Carry on. Carry on.
Let me have my turn so I can kill Kay, please.
I
End your turn.
Come on, you're
wish to murder.
Are you guys gonna move up 30?
Yes.
Yes.
Move up 30 then, you fuckers. Right. Posey, start fucking shooting him. Actually, no, excuse me. Before that
I
happens.
have to make a save. Yeah.
No, not
Oh
even
no!
that.
Let Grants take a turn while I load my character sheet. Oh right, it doesn't take me 25 years to load a character sheet anymore.
Hey.
You closed it.
Widdick. His last legendary action of the turn. I would like from you, my darling boy, my little bean, a wisdom saving throw, please. Can you be charmed? I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Currently, yes. Real quick, is this paralyzing or restraining me?
No, this is charming you.
Cool.
This
good
does
to
not
know.
reduce your movement speed to 0, which I know you have the ring.
Yeah.
Technically, because I rolled in front of him, I'd be like there. That's...
So this
You're all
is
good, my
gonna have
guy.
additional 3 to it because of my aura.
Haven't you already
Okay.
universally put that in?
No.
No, that's fine.
No, I never added it in.
Cool. All the way.
It's saving. Yeah, it's saving. So, fuck.
You
12.
are charmed, my good man. And with that, he's also going to then, as a additional, now that he's charmed you, use the effect Dance My Puppet. You use your reaction to move your movement speed wherever Grass directs, and he directs you right next to Varys. And in this moment, you both have that mental where you cross blades inside in the manor. This time, you're here to kill. And he just begins leaning, like spinning that still on his finger. He kind of like leans and is standing, but crosses his legs in a sat position, watching you two play.
It's like, oh, Mello, click a little eye icon so I can watch the play.
Click.
Oh no, go take that settlement. Your quest is right next to it. I need you to get more rocked.
I have swords.
So then, Poe.
I get to make a save with advantage, right? Top of my turn?
Yes, top of your turn. May the odds for be in your favor.
Advantage, charisma save. 20.
20's the DC on the charm. You are no longer charmed.
Okay.
We got
You
one!
are very aware Grass was charming you. Also,
I think...
I will say this for a fair point, very quickly. Because there is a ruling on Crown of Madness for concentration, Grass does not need to. For him, spells are not, per se, like a spell. He has a spell-like effect, which the closest equivalent is the Crown of Madness.
Do I think his attention is on that fight?
Absolutely. He is watching what was once an Archon and a fucking Paladin, a noble Ponzi, order-based buffoon of a Warforged fighting. He is so invested.
I'm gonna say the stupidest goddamn sentence I've ever said in my life.
I fucking love you for it.
I'm gonna try and take the spire without him noticing.
Stealth check.
Do it, girl! Do it again! Do it twice!
You did it from a child of hell. Now try to do it from a Lord of the Abyss.
I walk the like RP of this. I walk up and draw my scimitar as if I'm like going to attack Varys, because Varys is like right in his space, and
Alright.
then I will literally like jump and try and like, because he's so focused on that, I'm hoping he'll be like, oh, she's just gonna try and get in on the fight and won't notice that I've like,
I will
taken it apart.
say. Okay. I want you to be cool. I really want my friends to be cool.
I suck.
But this is a Lord of the Abyss. I'm
Uh-huh.
going to need you to make either a stealth or a deception check to not let him be aware of what you're about to try and do.
I'll take that deception.
Yeah, look, you tricked a daughter of a demon or devil. This is
Yeah.
like tricking.
funny.
This is like tricking her dad.
Natural 20!
That's a natural 20. That is a natural 20 against
Fucking rolling
Grass.
that 20s.
I've been
There's
saving
other
that!
numbers,
You
girls!
rolled so many fucking.
I rolled
20s.
3! This is what I was put on this earth to do. To be a thought and then to lie.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
gonna
that's
say
going
this.
up on Twitter.
Because I had to put I had to challenge
Let
against
be
it.
known.
I had a challenge against that, but what I am going to say is, in an additional point. Oh, that was delicious.
My heart rate is so high.
So, Ozzy, this is a Lord of the Abyss who is immeasurably good at detecting deception from his closest servants.
Liar knows a liar.
A liar knows a liar. And in that moment, as you're trying to step closer, you can feel like you have that moment where your heart races of, he's gonna know, he's gonna know, he's gonna know. I'm thinking it, that's gonna make him know. And in that moment, you can just see as he's looking down towards the pair of them, he winces briefly as there's just, as white ichor pours from his eye on one side, and he just licks it. And what do you do?
As he's distracted, I kind of, because I imagine he's pretty tall, I like jump and like tackle the spire and land on the other side. And I'm gonna immediately. I need to check something.
You have a bonus action.
I'm being fair. I'm being good. Why isn't this in my fucking?
Misty
I
Step?
hate- No, Misty Step. I have Ring of Invisibility. What is it to use it?
I
It's an
believe it's
action.
an action.
You can be an active
Yeah.
casting the invisibility
Yeah.
spell.
Technically, it's rogues that can use it as bonus actions.
Oh, I'm getting there.
I know.
So I would be here.
Thieves.
Is there a spot I can Misty Step to where I think I would be out of his eye line? If he's focusing on the fight.
In this moment, you go up, you grab the spire, and you roll, and you land. You guys watch. Varys and Wittig. This has never happened to you. You vamp out.
I forgot.
But this has never happened to Poe, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I happened once.
It happened once because of the bear at the bear's shrine.
Yeah.
Am I correct in that? Yes. It was that
We
once.
were experimenting.
But that was where you were testing with other people and experimenting, trying to figure things out. This is the first time you've been alone. You hear. It's weird. It's like this white. It's so bright, it's black. In this moment, in this eyes, you're wincing. You can just hear a voice. The same voice you heard many weeks ago. Say the words, shh. Except this time she is speaking out. And for this knowledge, I will get you free. I'll even let your little friend out too. Have we an accord? Accord of what? And you, on your next turn, will bamf back in.
Okay. Do I get the feeling this is like other visions that I've had? Like, that this has happened?
Potentially. You feel like everything about this is either things that are happening or have happened. I'm just gonna throw that little dart in there.
Oh, I guess carry on. I'm not there for the turn.
Yes, I'm gonna say you're here, and you're gone for the turn.
Yeah.
You'll return on your next turn.
Great.
Serenus, your friends are all in this together. They're walking away. Okay, I'll answer you on your turn. Promise, buddy.
Right, well, first of all, I'm going to get up from being prone. So that's what? That's half my movement speed.
That's
correct?
half your movement immediately, correct. Friends are walking away. The door behind you is slammed shut. You can move 15 foot. You can get to the other side of King.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move forwards, really. Just unprone and move just on the other side of King.
You just get up and you're like, I don't want to be alone. And you just behind your shoulder, and you just hear King go, "You're not alone."
Yeah, I'm still. I said I'm still paranoid
There's
as
16
anything,
billion
but
bacteria around you at any moment. You're never alone.
I need to. I said I always know I need to.
Sorry, I had to think of something Nemo would say.
I always know I need to stay like. I always need to make sure they're in line of sight of me.
Because you know where they are then, yes.
So I'm moving forwards up to there. That's all I'm going to really do. I guess I'm still very paranoid, so
Okay,
so
well,
still like kind of.
I gotta keep an eye on them to make sure I know what they're doing, so they're not coming from. I get
And
you.
so I'm always ready just in case as well.
A1. Aw. Okay, that's your turn. Changed so many things by doing that. I love you so much. Serenus, what's your 19, isn't it?
Yes, 19 passive.
It's fine then. Don't worry about that.
Proceeds to worry a lot about that.
That's a worry. But besides that, it's the end of my turn.
Yeah, it's the end of your turn. You're good. Okay. Kika.
Okay.
You could move within the room and still be within the range of
Mhm.
Low if you would like.
Okay. because Kika is aware of what obviously happened to her and Kayurk, she does want to just sort of glance back down the corridor and look at Serenus and King because she's aware that they're not in the radius of her spell. Can she insight check them?
I'm okay with you insight checking them, sure, but that'll be your action.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, sure. And Serenus, if you're trying to lie to her, hide your emotions, you can make a deception check if you so choose. If not, just make a straight charisma check to convey how you feel.
Because I still don't trust them, I'm going to do deception because
I'm gonna use
I don't trust who they are.
I use my DM inspiration. Is your DM inspiration a plus or
Reroll.
a reroll? It's a reroll.
A reroll. DM inspiration is a reroll.
Yes, there we go!
Because bards are bards, and bards should be able to add to saves and rolls, because that's good.
Good.
Okay. So, Serenus, I'm just going to say you're going to have to roll real good, buddy.
It just normal roll, I assume.
Normal roll, normal deception check. Watch it come out to be a 21 natural 20 or some nonsense.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Kika, Serenus is terrified. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Serenus, what does Kika get the energy of with him? You are not able to hide your emotions. How do you feel towards the party right now?
So, the way Serenus feels at this moment is that he's aware of, these are people he's been traveling with, friends of his. However, he feels like something in the back of his mind is just keeps whispering to him that, they're trying to kill him, they're not right. But then he listens to that voice, but then it feels like another voice to the left of him who's also saying something. And so he's looking and speaking to these two voices behind him, having a look at them, to the voice, the other voice back, voice back, voice back and forth, keep thinking, planning in his mind of what he's going to do with here and there, voice back, bang, planning, voice back. And I feel like his eyes were just darting, just back and forth, all over the place, and he's just kind of a bit around and just like that.
What I will say for you as well, Kika, is I'll throw a little bit of history in it because it's fun.
Because it's my family.
Because it's fun. Late at night, when he doesn't think you're watching, you're a little kid, you can sneak out and wander about. There's been nights where, when you've been in Neverwinter or whenever he's been near you, where you'll see Nezanar awake late at night with this same exact fervent fear. And you know there's something wrong with it, because anytime you've ever seen Gregor looking at him, it's the only time you've seen Gregor look at Nezanar and be sad. Something is wrong with him right now. He thinks the world is out to get him. We're part of the world. That is your action.
Okay.
King looks at you and goes, what?
She just sort of gestures for them to get closer.
Darling, what's the matter? I can't do King.
King just dashes up to you. What?
I think she sort of she feels really bad because...
Again, I'm not trying to take Nemo's thing from her or make King do anything, but it's
yeah, I get you. Yeah, Kika feels really bad because she is almost aware that in sort of talking to the group about Serenus is exactly what Serenus is freaking out about, so she feels awful, but she's just Serenus is freaking out. We need to help him. We need to get him to come a little closer so that he's within the spell. It might at least, calm him down a little bit. I want King to turn
and go, hey, do you want to come over?
Yeah. Be cool. But
Hey,
I mean that's the end of my turn, so I
Cool.
I can't cast anything or anything because I've already used
That's
my
fine.
action.
That's fine. That is all good.
Do
Okay.
I get to make a save at the end of my turn?
Why, yes, you do. Go ahead and make a save.
Yay! Please, for the love of God.
God's got nothing to do with it. That's pure arcane, baby. Effect is there. You are now
Baby!
aware. You are no longer charmed. Bula Bula. That is your turn. Right. Actually, yeah, that's what Grass is going to do. Plus. Oh no. Oh no. Jeez, I didn't think you'd do that. Okay. I was like, well, okay, Grass has like a harebrained scheme he can try to do because you took away his toy.
Has he noticed?
You took something he was playing with. He noticed.
These other toys. You can have them. I just need this one.
No, it doesn't matter what toy you took. You took what was his.
I know. I want
And
him
so-
to be mad.
Varys.
I did it to hurt his feelings.
Wittick. When Legacy King and Kika have been preparing these things, it's been interesting to see them pulling from the weave and stranding. You witness something terrifying. As Grass goes, well, I may as well use the effects of this body, and begins moving in the same way an Archon would, his host having previously been one. And Posey, make a Constitution saving throw as you're being ripped.
I don't even
Out
know
of
where
that.
I am.
You're being ripped the fuck out of wherever you are.
Con save?
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
to be fair,
Running out
I
of
can't
steam.
exactly brace for that.
No.
How
as
would
you're
I
there,
have prepared?
as you're there in this moment, you're like looking, you're like trying to process it, and you begin hearing something try to reply to the kid in this moment. You feel an immense grip on your ankle, and you are yanked out of it. You guys hear a cracking sound. Runara, you see this as well, as space-time reality in a 5-foot space above them gets ripped open as Grass rips through it. Posey, you are thrown. But the con save, I'm going to say that you're just like knocked prone and you have the spire dropped from you. The spire spins away from you as you are, and he straight up throws you, and you are ragdoll slammed against the wall, back of the head, cracking first thing. And with all of that, I'm going to say that you
do I
would.
take damage?
Yeah, no, he is.
I feel
Yeah.
damage in the tone of your voice. I feel the damage.
You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage from it as he just literally, this wasn't a spell's effect. This is the slamming of you after the fact as he just like strides off his bed and walks over towards it. And say the spire is on his right.
His right, huh? On his right?
On what would be his right. So like literally, yeah,
Yeah,
where it's being
Right in
pointed
front of
right
me.
now.
Oh no.
And he leans down to pick it back up, but he'd have to use his action to do that, which he can't do right now. That was 9.
Finders keepers.
You lied to me. I don't like liars. I'm going to rip you in half.
That must be very difficult for you.
This is gonna be so much fun. Riddick, I will say this.
Alright.
You can use spells if the spells have an attack roll applied to them. So, if a spell has an attack part of it, you may apply it. But
Right,
Riddick,
but
you
I'm
are
still
first.
having to face him.
Yes, you're having
I
to
don't-
attack.
God
He is
fucking
made.
it. I don't
You are
wanna
being
do
made
this shit.
to attack Varys, just as Varys is being made to attack you. Because this is Grass. If anyone's going to make the party turn on each other, he can do it with a fucking flick.
Actually, no,
I
I'm
will
not going to use my action. Or I'm not going to use my action to attack because I'm going to know that Varys is, because I'm being forced to fucking attack him. I know he's a spellcaster. I'm going to protect myself from spells by invoking my Watcher's Will.
Narrowin. The charmed creature must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make melee attacks against a creature of the caster's choice.
It's an actual spell.
I'm not going to
Alright,
be
cool.
casting a spell. I'm going to be physically attacking.
Well, I know, but like, all right, whatever.
This is part of the bullshit of it. This
I know.
Grass is not
But
meant to
never
play
mind.
fair.
Luckily, the simulacrum doesn't have a lot of attack spells because this is not supposed to be meant to
Thankfully,
be
those
fighting.
don't hit.
Lower rolls.
whack and whack, and the blade parries it against.
There was a time for low rolls.
Yes.
I mean, they've got 20 AC, so.
I will say, let me just check this again. You must use your action to maintain control over the target. Wisdom saving throw. So you can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. Sorry, bud. It's a powerful spellcaster. He's not meant to let you succeed on this. So at the end of your turn, that's your turn at the end of it. I'm going to say he's going to use all 3 legendary actions for this. You watch him reach down, pick up the spire, tap you on the nose with it.
He used one though to do the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me then, I'm going to say he's going to use the rest of his legendary actions then. Because this isn't an exact rule, this is me just like saying he's going to use everything for a cinematic moment. He looks down, taps it against your nose, Posey. You want it? Come and get it. And he swallows it.
Well, if you're asking, if you're just going to ask to be punched in the gut, then sure.
Runara. Varys and Wittig are engaged in combat. You can see iron crowns upon both their heads.
Oh, what can do about that? Do I feel like them taking damage might give them a chance to break free from their charm?
Let me check, actually, it's a fair point. Crown of Manus. No. You do not believe it would, I'll say. There are certain effects that would, but that's not one of them. Like a charmed person would. Crown of Madness is deliberately nasty.
Yeah,
like
it's
this.
very different.
This is also, by some perspectives, the person who invented the spell.
I'm gonna. Let's see some. I'm gonna action to dash to the middle of the room there. Real long shots on all of the things I want to do. It's done. Let's see what try.
Do it! Do it!
It's the dumbest thing. I'm gonna action surge and I'm gonna cast a 3rd level command. Wait, it doesn't really. You can affect. Okay, higher level commands can affect multiple creatures with the same command or different commands.
Same command. I'm going to say same command.
Can I pray real hard to Barona target the fucking demon prince with all 3 targets of the spell?
I'm going to say make a religion check to attempt that.
In this hyper divine area.
In this place where she
divination
is
magic.
listening.
Sure. Just a normal roll.
The DC is different, but one roll.
Bad. I'm a dumb bitch.
Do it, man! I want to see this work.
No, it's a dumb bitch energy.
Nope, it's called faith. Okay.
I have none of that.
Roll again.
Thanks, appreciate you.
Okay. So, if you're attempting to use command, what are you attempting to make grass do in this moment?
I didn't think that far ahead. Vomit.
Okay. Be fun with me here. Roll a d100.
Okay, we were having the same ideas, but with just wildly different methods.
You know how we are.
I can't
That's what we
believe
do.
for like the 5th time in a row, me and Spook's homebrew vomiting spell would have actually been useful. This is like the 5th time it's
Demon
happened in a
vomit.
game where the vomiting spell would help.
Awesome. So here's what I'm going to say. You're in a very, very heavily divinely affected area, resulting in the effects of a divine intervention requirements being you can roll double your level, meaning that would work. You cannot use this for 7 days. When you get the effect, you can then use it. I'm going to say this is not a magical effect, but he just gets to roll a straight 20 against Barona's spell DC. He rolls a 9. 9 plus 5. You just command vomit out, and as you do, your hands extend out with that energy. And from your chest, from yourself, you can just feel the wings that would erupt, just like through your hands, into a flame that goes into his mouth, straight down into his gut. And you can see that roaring, broiling thing in his throat. And rather than it being pulled out, you can feel as if grass is being dragged down by a figure who's only about 4 foot tall. And you can just feel a hand punch through the throat towards where that beating red is, and pulling out the spire. The spire is yanked out through the chest of Grast. Black, gold, and marble white colored ichor splurls everywhere, and the spire is dropped by the figure. As Barona yanks it out his fucking throat, saying, "What's that in your mouth? Spit it out, spit it out."
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What do you have?
What do you have?
Runara's been looking
Drop
up for a
it.
dog. It's like spit
Drop
out.
it. Drop it.
If Barona had more time, she would have smacked him on the head with it a few times. But
Does
your
Barona
goddess
have
steps in.
Does Barona have the intelligence to toss it a little bit closer towards me?
Oh, wow.
I want to ask if your
Wow.
goddess has intelligence when she's right
I'm
fucking there. My God.
asking you.
Asking the
if she
DM.
does. The character is not asking her god. I'm asking the DM. Does Barona do this? We're real
I
cheeky.
got it. You don't gotta push it. I got it.
You can say no. You can say no. Barona's a dumb bitch.
I'm not going to say Barona's a dumb bitch. I'm going to say your command was to make that out of his body.
Yeah,
And that
I know,
succeeded.
I know.
You have successfully bypassing his legendary saves, which your command would have had to try and beat, which would have been next to impossible. You instead have it out of him, and feel free to roll 10d10.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, because Barona just yanked it out of him.
That's
That
gonna
hurt
hurt.
like a bitch.
That's
43 points of damage.
below average, but I'll take it.
Yeah, low rolls.
Low rolls,
Radiant
but
damage.
All damage is good damage.
all damage is good damage, but he is not vulnerable to none.
Hey, at least we dealt damage to him now.
Yeah, that's the first bit of damage. And
Oh god, yeah.
If you don't count him catching
Wasn't
my
really
sword.
going for that kind of approach.
Yeah.
No, you go for the deductive. I love this dude approach.
It would have worked eventually.
Uh-huh.
It
Would
might
you
have
say,
just taken me some time.
to get out of the
Wait,
charm.
where was your hands going to be going there, Poe?
From experience, does that work, girls?
You asking me or Posey?
Sure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You talk about that
Decline to
later.
answer. I vote for Finn.
Okay, Runara. Bonus
Oh,
action.
I've got a bonus action. No, that was casting a spell, so I guess I can't do that. I'm just gonna fucking just die.
Okay, Runara dies in front of all of you. Goodbye. Okay, we can talk about your next character next week. No, okay, that's your turn.
I'll die.
You don't. Stop tempting me. I know you two want blood. Speaking of your desire for blood, Varys, now your turn.
Fuck, I need to make some attacks, don't I?
Yes, you do, against poor Wittick.
When you said spells that have attack, do you mean spells that include a weapon attack or spells with attack rolls?
Spells with attack rolls in regards to, for example, a melee attack. So, for example, inflict wounds or green flame blade, for example.
Oh, that's Runara's spell list. The only spells he has.
Actually, no. I'm going to say this is a very fair point.
He has none. He's got no prepared spells that have attack rolls unless you count cantrips. But
Hold on a sec.
statistically,
Hold on a
weapon.
sec. 19. No, that would have been a 21. He's constant. He is focusing on those spells. I'm going to say a god ripping something out of his stomach would have been enough to have dismissed those effects. So I'm going to say the Crown of the Madness is dropped from both of you. Because, well, let's be real, a god just fucking yanked something out his chest. Kinda distracting, breaks your concentration a little bit. So sorry, Varys, you can't kill them.
Other things though.
Widdick lives another day.
Could we confirm or deny? Has he used his reaction this round? He hasn't, has he?
Well,
He
he,
used,
he
he used all of his legendary
No.
actions, though.
used.
He uses legendaries, but not his reactions. He used his reaction last turn, which would have allowed Posey to have Misty Stepped if she didn't get.
If you could burn that reaction so I can Misty Step, that would be lovely. If you are willing to overcome your pride and waste a spell so that I may live as a lesser being with lesser hit points. I'm trying to influence your thinking.
It's 40 foot. Where's the spire right now? Can you mark it on the map for me, please?
Certainly. Give me
I need
one.
to do some. I need to do some
Yeah,
math
we kind
first.
of need an icon for the...
That's very fair for the MacGuffin chase.
Time for a game of keep away.
Quite literally in this case. Unfortunately, I do not have an icon there, so
Just-
what I'm
just
just going to
paint
do
a dot.
is...
Just paint a dot, just so I know.
Oh, you do not want to know what came into my head. Jesus Christ, no, I love you, but we do. I love you because
Or
you're making
PG,
me
honey.
laugh.
Save it.
PG.
It is. No, it.
Talk about it
was
later. We'll talk about it later.
purely-
We'll talk about
It was
it later.
purely
We'll talk about it later.
PG. Don't worry about it.
We'll talk about it later. Right.
But it was
Nick
me who
Barris, it's your
chose.
turn. You are aware you were charmed.
Oh, it's there. Okay, but I'm not charmed now.
You're not charmed now.
Can't cast 2 spells in a turn. I need. Oh my god, this is bad. I need to look in the monster manual. Don't ask me why.
I don't think
Beast.
you have changed shape change again.
What beasts can move real fast?
And horses.
Go.
Eagle, horses.
Is he gonna counter spell it whatever I do? I
Well,
can't
then I
counter
can
spell
get
it.
it.
Can I counter spell someone that's counter spelling me?
No. You
Okay.
cannot react on your turn.
So I might as well try.
That's one of my rules, is that you can't react on your turn.
But why would I cast a spell if I can?
Your alternative is to walk up, grab it, and teleport and get to teleport counter spells.
But then I can counter spell him when he tries to stop you.
Yeah.
Or try to. I might as well try to get it. I need to do something that he might not counter spell. I need to read. I'm sorry, and this is going to take a lot.
You got a wizard spell list there in front of you, buddy. I get it.
Action.
This is why I much preferred letting someone control a Faris and Mulacrum rather than me controlling it, because
Does the no? He would counter spell it. So it wouldn't end.
If he counter spells, that's also good. Burning a reaction is also a good thing.
I will say you're not burning his spell slots. He can do a lot of these spells at will, but you are burning his reactions.
The reaction is the more important thing. Because that means, like, Widdick, Runara, and me could all cast spells for the whole round. And that's big.
Oh fuck! Ah, real fuck. I'm gonna. Fuck. I'm gonna cast haste on myself.
Okay. You cast haste on yourself.
No counter spell.
He's not going to counterspell it.
Okay. I have a movement speed of. It's been a long time since I've done this, so I've got a movement
1
speed of
million.
a movement speed of 40 foot,
Oh, for God's
And
sake.
It's now doubled to 80.
and it's doubled to 80 foot.
You get an action to use dash, which means you get another 40.
No, action is the. I can
Okay.
use the extra action from haste.
That's what
to
I meant, yeah.
Dash. It's a free action to pick up an item if I'm correct. the rules
Yeah,
are
it's
written.
part of your
Yes.
movement.
As part of your
So-
movement. I'll say you can take 5 feet off of your movement to pick it
I
up.
will
because-
move.
It's like 160.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll
so
move.
it's 155 instead of 160.
Okay, so I'll move 15 foot in front of the spire. Another 5 foot. I'll try to pick it up.
Okay.
Do I have it
You-
in my hand?
You go up, you have the Spire of Likith in your hand.
I will then. Do I feel like I'm in his attack range?
Absolutely.
I'll use my hasted action, disengage.
Okay. He does not get to use his magic adapt combat spell to react with a spell, which would have been
Okay.
either dispel or magic missile. Where his two
Another
plans.
60 foot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
I will move behind Lunara,
Mm-hmm.
and I will place the spire in her bag of holding that's around her waist.
Oop, in it goes.
And then I'll move back into
I will
the
say,
room.
I will
I've
say
got
this
it
as
blocked.
well. I'm just to say to you, when the spire was yanked out of him, it was glowing a
Oh,
bright
right, really?
white light.
Oh, that might
after
change
being-
things.
And within Grass's chest, I will say as you passed him, I didn't want to interrupt you while you were there, but I wanted to
No,
say
go
to
on.
you, there is where it was is a void of black in the center of his chest, because beneath the obsidian, it's like all his internal organs are marble and white and liquid, but there's like a black void where that spire was very briefly, and you can just see it's eating at the inside. The spire was going to do something very bad to him if it was inside his stomach for a moment longer.
Well, it's
But
gone.
there's a black space now in his torso where the spire was. And it's clear it's, you know, like an incredibly hot object that's put on snow and you can see the burn of it down and in? Like it's like that, and it's a disgusting scent on its interior.
So what you're saying is we can hurt him.
Remember the bear.
It would
No,
hurt him a lot.
Yeah, he would become something worse for us, but
It would hurt him.
but you're saying that he bleeds.
I'm ending my turn there. Sort of interceding between
if
Runara and...
if marble could bleed, yes. Okay,
That's my turn.
cool.
If it bleeds, it can die.
Okay. At the turn of Kairk, Lo, and Poe, just before you guys happen, Lo and Kairk, you hear behind you just a like the sound of fire being kicked, and you can just see two small points of fire behind you at about foot level that rise up and over you as there's like a gust of wind, as there's some sort of movement of something that is invisible flying into the room.
Hell no, Kayak knows the invisibility.
Yes, he does, but it's gone in the room.
Shit. He's still gonna
Kairk
cast
is
it.
Also... Cool, you cast the invisibility. Kairk can move into the room if he wants to.
He's still gonna,
See what's
yeah.
going on.
I think he will now since that we're literally like right next to the door.
Awesome possum.
Yeah, he casts the invisibility and goes in.
Cool. So what you see is behind one of the pillars, working on some sort of mechanism, a large metal iron, like kind of silvered bar. You see the figure who stepped past several of you earlier, preparing some sort of large firearm while invisible, and looking over towards Grast, while he's mumbling something, and a large number of purple runes are vroom, 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 vroom on the gun. Like it's powering up, essentially.
Okay. That's fine.
So that's what you see, Kairk. That's your action to cast that spell.
Yeah, he uses action, so he's good. Lo still has inspiration, and he's not in range to inspire anybody else.
Awesome.
So it's Lo's turn.
Lo, it's your go. What do you do?
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted, love.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's so cute thinking of Lo going, sorry.
Both Runara and Posey stole my plan, but it's fine.
Good
If
game.
anything, If anything, it's a good thing. Now, what I was going to do was... I'm presuming that the calm emotions is still active or has a minute passed.
Oh goodness, no! 2 turns have passed. Not even.
6 seconds. 6 seconds per turn. So
Yeah.
with 10 turns, it'll last.
You have 8 more turns of it.
Okay. So
Never mind,
what...
you're not concentrating on it. It's just an
Yeah.
effect that's
It's
on
just
you.
it's just on you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but the spell does have a specific duration.
Yes, it
that was
does.
what I
8 more
that was what I
turns.
was asking.
8 more turns.
Lo is going to turn to Puck and say, "Buddy, I don't want you to do this, but I'm gonna need you to go in there and distract anyone who's in there the best way you know how."
It's just the mirror image low, just
Yeah,
salute.
one of the mirror image of Lo just salutes and just does a... And one of them separates off. You now have 3 illusions and yourself. And Lo whoops in. For the sake of ease, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna grab you. Come here. Come here, little shit. There you are. A darling little bastard man. Dirty, sticky bastard man. Flip. There you are. And what I'm gonna do is, for the sake of ease...
So sorry, folks, I'm having an
Yeah.
identity
Whoops.
crisis.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Wrong way. And flip. That one is...
Put a mark on it. Put a mark on it.
A little dot.
Hang on a sec.
There is a butterfly one.
We will
So you
forget.
can use a bird.
I'm going to try and find it. I'm looking for the butterfly one. Where is it? Ah, you know what? That wing will do.
Yeah. Now I know that I can't manipulate or ask the mirror images to move independently.
Nope, you cannot. Puck
No.
could, because Puck took the space
Yeah.
of one of them.
Now I am going to do something potentially risky, and this is to Serenus' psyche.
We love to see it.
I am going to... Let's see how...
I will say as well, when Carrick steps through, this is probably like the first time you guys are you 3 are truly registering. When he steps through, it is just whoop, and he's gone. That wall is still there. It's an illusionary wall that's there of black. I'll also say nobody else except for Kairk with the scene. Oh, actually, no. Excuse me. I tell a fib. I'm very sorry. See invisibility was attempted previously whilst this character had this effect on, and it was not seen through it. So, it is not seen because it is not magic that is hiding him. Very sorry. That is a technicality. So, for the sake of it...
I believe I have... I believe I still have an action.
You do.
I'd like to use my action to dash down to Serenus, so that on Serenus' next turn, they get that calm emotions buff.
He gets it now.
Yeah.
Serenus, I will say, given the fact that, again, it's a paranoia thing, you can feel an effect beginning to hit you. What save is it, Kika, for calm emotions again if someone's trying to resist it?
Let me bring the spell back up. 'Cause it's not technically on my
Wisdom,
spell
I think it
list.
was.
Didn't you give
think it
Serenus
was
that ability to cast a spell if he felt like he was being moved on?
That's true.
That was him holding his reaction on something
That was
on the
that turn.
previous turn.
Okay.
Now he's moved up and he's not been preparing.
It's
on
a
this
charisma
turn.
save for calm
Cool.
emotions.
Serenus, make a charisma saving throw. The DC is against Kika's spell DC.
So
I'm
just
more
a
amazed-
straight charisma.
Yes,
saving
charisma
throw?
saving throw. You fail, which is good.
It's
Which means you
good.
calm down. You're like, everything's out to get me. Everything's out to get me. No, this is low. Lo's my bro. Lo's always been my bro. Why? Oh, everything is weird. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to trust. Lo's a friend. Lo's a friend. Oh, okay. Okay.
There,
Take a sec.
there. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? You okay, dude? You okay?
What? What? Like, I feel he's a bit sprat. Like, what? What's going on? Where are we?
There's a lot happening. A few of us. Bad charm doo-doo has been happening. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to need you to be bear now. Okay.
Okay,
Not
okay.
literally, unless you want to be. But I'm just going to need you to be bear now. Okay.
I understand.
All I can think of this entire time is, there's no time to explain. Get on the hover dog.
Also, yeah, don't worry. I've got an entourage. I've got somewhat of a plan.
All the other lows, by the way, as Low ran up to you, they all slid on their knees before back up. So, that is Low. Poe, it is now your go. What do you do?
Well, the fire's seemingly been dealt with, which means now the plan is kill or bail.
Kill or bail.
If I turn and look at Widdick, do you look murderous? Slow nod. Okay.
Hang on. Has he got his angry eyes in?
Very important.
He's got Mr. Potato Head.
I'm gonna
Angry eyes,
Just gets a
in
little
case.
black marker, just like.
Eyebrows.
Sorry. So sorry, Narrowin. I'm so sorry.
What
Love
about
you, buddy.
what about the monkeys? The monkeys.
Okay, well, hold
Okay.
on. The Mr. Potato is stuffing in right now. So, Poe.
I'm gonna duck behind something, and if I'm gonna like start trending this way, but I'll take my first shot with sharpshooter and just see what happens.
Oh, Posey, before you roll,
Okay.
what's your passive perception?
16.
Awesome. You hear in your head, very familiar voice. She can't do this. No. No, she can't do this.
Hey.
Can't let
What's
her do this.
What's up? Talk to me.
Don't let her kill him. Kill him. And you just see your bolts on your pouch where you have them, and the bolt you have all begin to shine. They all are now made moonstone.
Good. Okay.
He finally rolled well on trying to get to you down here. He's been rolling shit all night.
Hogs is still a little frazzled from the vision she had, so while she's loading a bolt, she's like, "You're alone right now, right?"
Always.
Okay, you got me.
Except for you.
And then I'm gonna take 2 shots.
Cool. For the sake of this, treat it as if you have holy weapon. Currently cast.
I don't know what that would mean for me. Renara?
I think you still make attack rolls the same. It changes the damage,
Damage,
It
yeah.
adds massively
It
to the damage
adds
with
it.
radiant damage.
but you got to hit first.
It's
so.
like Smite, but for clerics.
Yeah. It's like Smite for clerics, but they put it on someone else because, well, fuck anyone else who tries to
It's
fight
not in
you, I
roll
guess.
20. Someone tell me what I'm doing.
I'm going for it right now.
Oh,
I'm trying to find it.
That's not in the novel. That's
In addition, weapon attacks made with this weapon deal an additional 2d8 radiant damage on a hit. If the weapon isn't already magic, it becomes one for the duration. As a bonus action on your turn, you can
matter.
dismiss the spell.
Great. It's plus 2d8 damage.
Yes, and they're
Yeah,
radiant
but-
damage.
Yeah, if
He's
you
getting ahead of the rogue subclass I want to make.
if you dismiss the spell as a bonus
Can I
action,
just set something up?
it causes
No.
a burst of radiance. Every creature within 30 feet must make a con saving throw. On a failed
right,
save,
yeah.
they take 48 radiant damage.
I will say for the sake of this, Curls, every bolt you put in would add as an additional weapon if you were to end that. So you can make a chunk, 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 and
I'll roll the next one without sharpshooter.
cool.
Because I just want to hit 26.
That does hit, and roll 2d8.
2d8. Extra 13.
The first one,
Yes, on
as it
damage.
comes
Oh my
through,
god.
Grass is like stunned for a moment, sword in the right hand, holding the chest. He just like flings it up, and the second one The second bolt strikes through his palm, cuts into the metal, like slides through his like skin, and straight into the chest. Just no. This doesn't matter. Don't any of you get it. I'm eternal. This doesn't matter. Kill me here, kill me 1,000,000 times over. I have so many dimensions where I exist. And it's all me. This doesn't matter.
But it is
Fairness.
petty.
If it doesn't matter, then hurry up and die.
Brand of castigation as well.
Ah, thank you. Please click it so I know what it does.
It's in chat.
Oh,
I did it while you were monologuing.
sorry. My apologies. Cool. Okay, so a creature within 5 feet of you or you take damage. Got it.
It will literally be like a dot. It's like 1 point of damage every so often.
Ding.
300 turns, he'll die.
Maximus, give us con.
Please.
Okay, you're there. Serenus, it is now your turn.
Right. So clarity has come back now.
Slight clarity. You're still like kind of frazzled.
Right.
Sorry.
You were aware that your paranoia is being like you're like everything's out to get me. It's being pushed down right now. You're aware it's there. It's like when you're like kind of drunk, you're on the verge, and you feel yourself pushing down. It's like one wrong step, and suddenly like woof, you go. You know, it's like you can feel yourself like pushing down that energy of like no, I'm good.
What is the nature of the paranoia? Is it something that's just kind of is it
It's a form of insanity. It's not a spell. It is a form of insanity that has been induced upon you. I will say Serenus does not know how to remove a long-term effect like that. For the sake of like making you decide something, but you're aware being around low is suppressing it right now.
Yeah, sunshine.
Like for example, if you were to, I'm just throwing spitballs out at you. If you were to shape change, put low on your back, you can move forward with him there and be covered. You could move with him on his turn. You can do certain things like that.
Funnily enough, I was beating myself up for not making that suggestion before, sort of low, sort of very panically saying, okay, babe, you've got this. I mean, not a bear, literally, unless you want to be, because, I mean, how fast can you go as a bear? I mean...
You can go faster than a man as a bear. You are aware of this. You are a bear of this.
Rather than a bear. I think I'll turn. I think I want to. Yeah. I think because I know I need to get in there, and I feel like I think I need something that's going to be faster. I'm going to wild shape into. Sorry about this. I'm going to into a male deer.
Cool. Into a stag. You turn into a stag.
Stag, yes, sorry.
Awesome. You have a problem immediately. So while you're shifting, your horns end up curling in quite a lot over the top of them, almost like into circles curling inward. Because your antlers go out initially as you're shifting. You ain't got the space for antlers in here, so they curl up and in. You almost have like these two loopy loopies on top of your head, almost.
Ooh.
Don't worry about it. I've got that same issue right now as well.
It's a guy thing. It's a guy thing. We all have this problem.
And I feel like I kind of like, well, as much as I can try and move my head, I try and gesture them to like get on me.
Yeah, you can like I can say you can definitely like move up and.
And then what's the movement speed of it?
I'm gonna say it's the same as a horse of like 40.
Turns
Like,
out,
just like
turns
a
out Serenus can have quite a nice rack.
I mean, he's got boobs. Like he's got mad boobs.
That's all he's ever wanted.
That must be a sight to just see like a stag and then on the back Is send the person with horns just like,
Hang
"Hello."
on a second. Hang on
It's
a
a stag
second.
squared. It's stag and spag.
No, it's a stag party.
Hey! Cool, so we're going to end the session there because that's the end of the round. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, you're good. You're good. But you're okay for now. Serenus, is that the end of your turn? Bonus action to shape. You move forward. You move up to there. I'm gonna say you couldn't get everyone on you and move forward, so you're kind of jammed right now. Mm-hmm.
There's not much I can really do because I can't do anything wise
Extra.
Wild shape currently. So that's kind of just the end of my turn because just a stag kind of stuck in a doorway, I guess.
That is fantastic. So, at the end of combat, at the end of initiative, before we end the stream, you all hear Grass whisper out, "It doesn't matter. I can't." You see, from the side of his nose, black blood leaking out. Wait. As if registering dozens upon dozens upon dozens of things happening simultaneously, as an entity who would have a knowledge of multiple things in multiple locations happening at the same time. No. You. And as he's speaking, black and marble blood, liquid, oil and marble mixed together in a liquid, spill out of his mouth again as he just clenches and he just "Look at you, bitch." And that's where we're ending the stream.
Oi.
Okay, hun?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, guys.
Tune in next week.
Next week.
Next week, it's fine. Don't look at me.
Nothing bad's happened.
Nothing bad is happening.
Nothing at all. Tune in next week to continue to watch nothing bad happen. Love
See
you
you
all.
guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.